Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boys, Jack and Ash Maddock here from Spurs Kings TV. He is joining us. He's joining us in this boxing match this morning, as I was saying to him. We're waking up, at least I am. It's about 8:30 a.m., and we're waking up to the North London Derby here. Normally, I feel like I get like one of those 11:30, 2 o'clock kind of games, around the evening time where we can just continue to digest, perhaps, get more nervous or more progressively confident throughout the day as the game approaches. But we're waking up to it here at least. Some of you might be watching it, in the evening. I know Dark Sun G's in the house here. I wonder what time it is for him. Maybe he's just been getting psyched for this one all day here. But Ash Maddock here, everybody. He's joining us for the roller coaster of these watch-alongs. Really do appreciate all of you guys that have tuned in. Smash the like button if you can. And please do follow him over to Spurs Kings TV. Smash the subscribe over there. But Ash, we're going to take a look at this lineup here, and it's the mean-looking Romero up front there, and he's gone with Ange Postecoglou, Vicario in goals, Pedro Porro right back. Good to see him return there. Romero, Van de Ven, and it's already getting controversial here with Ben Davies at left back, and then Højbjerg surprisingly coming back into the team as the CDM, as the number 6, with Bentancur making his return as well, ahead of Pop Matasar, as well as Basuma then being dropped to the bench, and then Madison keeping his place in the number 10 role, with Kulusevski coming back in and dropping the one and only Brennan Johnson to the bench as well. Sonny keeping his spot through the middle, maybe controversially as well, and then Timo Werner, Timo Speedy, still down the left there, Ash. And I'm going to start first with Pedro Porro coming back in, I think is a huge relief. I think if we had to deal with Udoji and Pedro Porro out for this game, a lot of Spurs fans weren't really going into this one very confident, because you need at least, I think, one very skilled, attacking inverted fullback for us going into this game, someone who can create for us and even be that extra goal scorer, which has been the case, especially for, I think, Udoji. He's popped up randomly at times, with those late runs into the box. But Ben Davies for me, Ash, I just feel like I've said this before. Him as a left-sided center back, he's actually done a pretty good job for us so far this season. I think credit to him during those rough days of him and Emerson, trying to do somewhat of a job, back there. I think they surprised a few of us, and even some of our better performances this season, weirdly, have come when they've actually, had pretty good spells, those two together as that center back pairing, during that emergency sort of time period. But I do feel like him as a left back, I just don't really see it anymore for me, Ash. It's just, I think his days of that are well and gone. I think it's a totally different position, requires a lot more athleticism, especially if he's coming up against Bukayo Saka in the one-on-one there. For me, Ben Davies, he got roasted by Jordan Ayew in the first game of this season, or one of his first games as a left back, against Crystal Palace. For me, Ash, just, yeah, that's where I'm already starting to get a little worried. So Ben Davies, I mean, what did you think? It wasn't an easy choice for Ange. I vouched for Emerson, again, not an ideal choice, but I just think stylistically, or at least defensively, should I say, perhaps a better option, I think, one-on-one with Saka than Ben Davies would be. Some people want to put Mickey Van de Ven, to be fair, out there and put Dragusin in the middle. What did you make of Ange going with Ben Davies, the left back?
Just to start off with the positive, and I'm so happy with Porro coming back into full fitness, first of all, and then coming straight back into the team. That shows that the manager can rely on him, he can trust him, and he is enough. He's raring to go, he's fit enough to go. And that relationship with, I think, Bentancur and also Kulusevski down that right hand side will be immense for us in terms of like building up from the back, just that overall security. People have questioned him defensively, but I think he's been all right this season defensively. I think he's been switched on, to be fair. But yeah, definitely the way we play, I think he's definitely going to be one of our key players. I want to see him in that midfield, switching the play at times, going along if needed, if need be. And I think a lot of people want to see him as a wing back, maybe overlapping when you see Kulusevski invert,
Yeah.
getting on the outside, taking Tomiyasu on the outside, because Tomiyasu sometimes will invert, will push up high, and that space will be there to run in behind. So I think him just holding on to the ball, holding on to that play where we need to do a quick transition, he's really good at two-touch football and helping us kind of get up that pitch. Moving on to the less desirable Ben
I
Davies.
like how you think.
Um,
Start with the good part first with Pedro Porro. I quickly brushed past that. Well done, Ash. Already on a
Woo!
good start here with the boys here. Already on a good
Well, have
start.
some positive energy there, bro. Yeah, yeah. Like Ben Davies, let's talk about what he can do first of all. I think he's an experienced North London Derby veteran. He's been in the wars. I think it was on the lockdown, COVID football, when you could hear him talking. He talks quite a lot. So he does have that kind of ability to kind of let people know where to be on the pitch. And he has a lot of experience in the team. So that's something we can lean on. And going into a derby, he knows how important it is going into this game. He's got many caps for not just us, but for Wales as an important member of the squad. I agree. In the build up, in the transition, you don't really associate that with Ben Davies. When we did pull him at fullback against Wolves, I think that's where problems were seen from him, and also Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace game when we played away, he was hooked off at half time, and Emerson Royale was put
Yeah.
on in that position. Um, so it's going to be one of those ones where we're
Yeah.
hoping that maybe Ben Davies defensively, that's what you want to see. He's really good at getting blocks in, good at like intercepting at times, knowing where the ball's going to be. And he puts his heart on the line. That's one thing I will say
Yeah.
about Ben Davies. He actually puts his heart on the line, despite what he might lack going forward. He is busy-bodied. I expect him to make lots of runs. Whether they're useful will be a different question.
Actually, on that, I worry about that because I feel like I want him to make more runs, when the time is right, and maybe just take a bit more of a cautious approach, actually, instead of sometimes just, putting himself up unnecessarily in the final third, because he doesn't really, I think, offer very much. Where if he did, give him that sort of benefit, give him that extra caution, and make sure that he's not going to get beat out by Saka on the break. I think, I'd advised him to do that there. So yeah, Ben Davies for me, I think is, I'm praying to all the Welsh gods today, Ash. I'm finding all the Welsh, kind of mystical gods that I can, for this performance. And Brennan Johnson actually left out too, which is a big surprise. But Martin Knightsbridge was in here early, and he's saying, "Hola, Jacko and Ash," and not feeling nervous today, which is unusual. So I'm hoping for a good result today. Come on, you Spurs. Well, Martin, I think at this stage, as much as I was kind of, pointing out some little bits of nerves, it feels like, this whole week I was going into it a bit nervous, finding reasons not to be very confident. It's just, when you wake up to it, though, like I said, it's 8:30 a.m. or I guess 8:45 now, and just waking up to a boxing match, you kind of just have to, let the nerves, I guess, exit your body and just sort of, face the music, face the storm and just see what happens, see what you can get out of this. And I said before, I think, Spurs are kind of from what I've seen, from this weekend with Chelsea, making Aston Villa drop points, Man United dropping points and everything. I think Spurs are certifiably probably the fifth best team in the Premier League this season. And I think, we should be proud of that. I think we've had a pretty good season so far in Ange's first season. It's just we're coming up against, one of the best teams of the league this season, one of the hardest teams to beat. And I look forward to seeing how we can measure up, and let's see how we can upset their day. Let's see how we can battle it out. Big up to you though, Martin Knightsbridge, and also thank you so much for sending in those predictions as well. We have Mark in the house, the one and only member of the Mark Army, saying he's sad not to see Mikey Moore on the bench in this one. Yeah, I guess no opportunity to bring in the young talent. Sue Smith is in here. KM, Derek Hutchinson, Colin Turner, the one and only Ribsy85. He said might be a tough watch, but we're here for it. Come on, you Spurs. Always in with a shot. Alexander Villares is happy to see Ash doing it as well. He's saying I'm agreeing with Richarlison should be out there, but DJ AK as well. Good to see you, DJ AK. Beyond 72, the one and only. Robbie Keane's in here as well. Big up to you, Robbie Keane. Big up, Jason Bell. Big up, everyone. I have to admit, I'm not confident today. I really could have used one of Dave's classic pump-ups today. Well, if you were up, I guess it must have been like 1 a.m. for you. I think it was about 4 a.m. for me. But Dave was doing a live pre-match build-up. I think with Lazy 8. That was nice to see. They were in the hotel together. And I think the one and only Phil Coy's joined in as well. Jason Bell, I think it was stupid o'clock in the evening for us. But yeah, I really would have liked to have seen that. You know, Dave doesn't get to do the live classic pump-ups. I bet it was even more spectacular than he usually is. And he usually comes with the good questions. But nice to see him on the couch, you know, sort of podcast style. I bet it looked good. Daniel Larson is in here with 24 months, a full 2 years as a fan show member. And he says, come on, you Spurs. Let's do this. So nervous, but confident. Ash, I'm getting that sort of energy from you here. I think you're, I think more on the sort of, you know, of course, nervous. It's North London Derby time, but you came in here a bit more confident than me, from what I can tell.
You know what? I just come off the back of a pump up, and the boys I was with were really on it today. I'm not gonna lie, they were super on it. We weren't too excited about the lineup for obvious reasons, but at the same time, we were ready to give the boys our heart, our energy, and we just know all the talking goes out the window now. Form goes out the window, and it's just down to the boys and also the people in the stadium. I think they're going to play a massive part in this game.
Very good
I
point.
think they are the 12th man. I think that energy going in. I said, looking back, I want to see the same energy that we had when it was Conte's team, and we had to get the job done to get into that top four, and we smashed them out the park. We smashed them 3-0. So I said, look, if we can create that type of atmosphere, some of the boys that we've got in the middle of the park were around those times. So you've got Højbjerg and Bentancur. They're no strangers to each other. Basuma and Sarr were dropped. And I think, you know what? Sometimes if we're not in form, sometimes that difficult conversation needs to be had. And unfortunately for Basuma and Sarr, they both got dropped for this particular game. I'm looking at the midfield. I'm thinking there is a lot of aggression in there. There is a lot of grit. There's a lot of determination. There's passion in there. Højbjerg called the manager out, saying, "Why aren't you starting me?" So now here's his time to say, "Look, show me what you can do." You're saying, "Why am I not starting you?" I'm starting you in the biggest game of our season right now. Ange wants to finish as high as possible. Show me why you should be here. Like, I know Højbjerg was twerking for a move, shamelessly, but at the same time, can we get the job done? Because he's very professional at the same time. When the job's at hand, he puts all of that aside and he's gonna play for the badge. We want players that are gonna play for the badge, show heart, show determination and passion. That's all. That's all. Bare minimum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see. At the Emirates, that's what I was seeing. I was seeing like we was going
Bravery.
for it. We were super brave. And that's what we want. And I think Ange's gonna have the speech of his life amongst those boys.
And
So
that's the players that you think he's gone with today, you know, at least. Maybe some of us might disagree here and there, but you'd like to think that that's who he's gone with today, the people that he
we've had
feels
a whole
will go out there with that same bravery that we did in the first game.
We've had a whole 2 weeks to sit on that 4-0 loss and to look at it in the face and think, hang on a second, where have we gone wrong? What have we done wrong? We haven't had a chance to kind of like right our wrongs, but today's that day. Today's the day we get to right our wrongs.
Come on.
And then also, energy, like we're going to have a whole 2 weeks to work tactically. They would have known the team sheet ages ago. I know it was new to us, but they would have been working on it tactically, where to be, like on the pitch, etc. I know Dyer came out and he said that comment, oh, you know, Ange doesn't do tactics, but it's different. We do tactics with with the ball at our feet. So we do it like on the pitch. So for me, it's different principles, like where Conte might sit on a screen and say where to be, etc. We're actually on the grass doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're actually doing the drills, blah, blah, blah. So tactics, blah, blah. I think like the boys knew who was going to start and they would have been amped and ready for this game. So I'm very intrigued to see how we start the game, how we control the game as well. And the longer Arsenal go without scoring a goal, the more tired they're going to get. Because, you know, we play super fast football. We play intensity and energy. And if we look at our bench, even though our starting 11 may not be desirable for most Spurs fans. I can honestly say that the bench is strong and we've got players that can change the game, that can bring on more legs, more
Yeah,
energy,
with
more
some of the
pace.
people that we've left off, I guess in the starting lineup, that means the bench is in a way stronger, right? Because of the people, I guess,
Exactly.
that we left out. Big up,
Exactly.
Daniel, though. Looks like you and Ash are in a similar boat. He's gone for the brave men today. Ange Postacoglu. Dark Sun G says, come on, you Spurs. I predict we will sneak a win against them. You know what, Dark Sun G? Said this whole week. I'd take a point because I think in the grand scheme of things, like that means we sort of win the North London derbies of this year, right? Because we took a point off them earlier this season. I think that was more, a better performance from us than it really was from them. We actually probably should have gone on and won it if it wasn't maybe for the referee keeping a certain, I think Havertz and someone else, Nketiah, right on the pitch from some red card challenges for sure and some other big moments. But I think we really, would have made them, probably lose the league with those two, separate, draws. So I'd love to take a draw. If we get anything more than that, I think I'm ordering a pizza tonight, Dark Sun G, if we get anything more than a draw today. Big up, sir. And he says, I hope we win after seeing Man United, Villa, and Liverpool. And that's what I was getting to, Dark Sun G. With the way Man United are and this season, I was kind of laughing at all the people that sort of thought Man United will just certifiably catch up with us. I was like, if you watched any of Man United this season, they can lose to pretty much everyone, and I think this year Spurs have just solidified themselves. Might be boring to say, but I think, have solidified ourselves as pretty much the fifth best team, at least, in the Premier League this season, and we'll see what that gives us. We'll see what that means for next season. But I think the likes of Newcastle, the likes of Man United, I think they've made it much harder on themselves to catch up with us. And then also Liverpool, I bet you're out, lad, man. He's just absolutely ripping his hair out. He's absolutely ripping his hair out. Dark Sun G says 10 p.m. kickoff today for me. It's the start of the three-game hell run. Ash, it is going to be rough these next three games, and you're looking at how many games we have in hand. You're like, ooh, this is nice, and then you remember the next three games that we have in hand, and it's not so easy for us. And if we can take, I said in these next three games, maybe 4 points, I think would be tremendous. I would take 4 points in these next three games, and I think that would mean we again solidify ourselves as at least fifth. In this campaign, and I think Spurs fans would feel a lot less nervous, a lot less anxious, a lot less tense. With that.
Yeah, they said we need 2 wins to guarantee fifth. 2 wins is what we need. But again, yeah, I think you're right. I think because Man United drop points, like, who cares about Man U, to be fair? Yeah, Newcastle. I think they're fighting for top six. That's their kind of battle. But like for me, I'm not too fussed about this Champions League spot. This is our game right now. This is what's stake. Like the amount of DMs are going to be getting, the amount of messages I'm getting from Arsenal fans is crazy, bro. I'm telling you, on my side. So banter aside, just do it for do it for the fans, do it for yourself, and let's be the pride of North London. Like we are North London. They're Woolwich. They're not even North London, bro. So
yeah, people get
what are
mad
we
at me
doing
when I
there?
was calling it the North London Derby every time. Especially like I said, the wise heads of Spurs fan base keep saying that to me. They're like, quit calling it that, Jack. And I have to agree with them for sure. And Dark Sun G says normally we play well against the Big Six, so come on, you Spurs. That is something I have also reminded other Spurs fans, Dark Sun G, this season, that compared to I think the days of Jose and Conte, who I always was big defenders of, but it felt like we were often, more often humiliated kind of against, the bigger teams, really outplayed, just outclassed, and we would kind of just, hunker back into that defensive shell in a much more negative way, and we really rarely would kind of hurt teams in those games. And it did feel like, under Ange, it was just nice to see something different, to actually play with that bravery that Ash was
Mm.
talking about earlier, right, against these good teams. And even though some of these sides we're coming up with, in 3 years, 4 years down their project, battling it out for the biggest of the trophies, we play like we're just as good as them, and we try to play with that same sort of confidence and that same sort of style, and that's very different to what it used to be. And I think that's made at least me a fan, a lot happier with some of these, bigger games. It's made me less nervous in a sense, because I know it can be then a really exciting, and a really good game. And for anybody that's even going to this game, Ash, I feel like that's something as well that should just get you pumped up. Like, at least this is going to be an entertaining game. Like, this is going to be
Yeah.
high level, high quality, football in front of you.
Yeah, I like the amount of people I know going to the game is crazy. Like, I think the whole YouTube community are going at the moment.
We're the
So
only
like
ones
the
left
amount
at
of
home.
pictures, videos are coming in the WhatsApp groups. Like it's looking crazy. Party atmosphere, carnival atmosphere. All the boys are linking up. Even in some of my other WhatsApp groups, like people that I know, everyone's looking forward to it. So the energy is right, it's correct. And yeah, as I said before, hopefully we can bring that energy onto the pitch because I agree with you. Like, I was tired of us kind of respecting teams and being like cautious and setting up in a defensive way. Although tactically there is a time and place for it, so I do hear it. But I do like the days of the Pochettino era, and that was the first time I really saw Spurs going after like your top fours, your top sixes, like
Yeah.
playing against them on the front foot, not giving them respect, showing them no manners. You know what I'm saying? This is our home. What are you talking about? You better take your shoes off. So for me, like going at Arsenal and having a good performance and getting result, all of those are mandatory in my mind. Like we need to go and show them chest. We need to kind of be in the front foot at times and bully them because, like, let's face it, if Arsenal are pragmatic and we're all over them and we end up getting something from it and it ends up being like a draw, like you said, then I will feel more of the happier fan, if I'm being totally honest. Obviously, I do want the 3 points. Don't get me wrong. That's what I want, heart of hearts. I want the 3 points. But we must not lose. We must not lose. I'm drumming that into everyone's head. We can't
Come
lose.
on.
We everything's at stake here, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get the good positive result. We get the positive performance to go along with it. Then they've got no chat for us. Literally, they've got
Yeah.
no talk for us.
No, because we would
And we
absolutely.
end their season. We derail their season as well, which is even more funnier.
Two
So
humblings, really. That's how I'd look at it, and I'd take that. Jacob Anderson, member for 27 months as an elite member. Jacob, you absolute legend. Says the boys need to step up today and destroy Arsenal's title charge, as well as get us closer to top four. We need a huge game from Sonny today. He needs to put his chances away, ready for a big win. Come on, you Spurs. Jacob, totally agree with you because he is starting through the middle where I think he is losing confidence in himself. And I'm going to get the timer ready for you. And Ash, the game we're about to get started here, Ange Postecoglou and Arteta had that nice little hug, to look at. I'm not really sure what I feel about that, but maybe it's Ange, just doing the pre-hug before the humbling. But yeah, Jacob, Sonny, we know how good he is and we know how deadly he can be. But when you see him, losing that confidence in himself, it can be sad to see and it can be frustrating. But we have gotten kicked off here, Jacob. Huge game today. Really do appreciate you, sir. And 27 months as an elite member. You absolute legend. Been here with us, longer than I probably, maybe even I have with this channel, especially with that sort of support. Big up to you, my man. And then also Dan Coy's member for 26 months. Afternoon, Jack. Want a good performance today. Come on, you Harris Army. The Harris Army is live in the stadium, Dan. He's live in the stadium. He's watching it right now. Adrian Chia says, big up, Jack. Just got home in time for the kickoff. Come on, you Spurs. Well, Adrian, kick off the shoes, relax, my friend, and join this roller coaster with me and Ash. Really do appreciate you always tuning in for these watch-alongs with us. And then Chop Liver says, cheers, guys. In honor of my brand new grandchild, Penny, our first, not going to saddled with the life of a Spurs fan. Who needs that? No, don't put them under that sort of stress, Chop Liver. Never put them on that sort of stress. But congratulations as well. Really congratulations. And I can't even imagine, getting to that stage of life where, you've seen, the children go and now you're seeing the grandchildren come as well. Big up to you, Chop Liver. Massive congratulations. And, really do appreciate you as well for always supporting this channel for as long as you have. And, maybe teach them about Spurs a little later on in life, because, yeah, I think that can be a little daunting on some. It's definitely a tough roller coaster to bear. But we're getting started here, everybody. Really do appreciate all the support this morning. And we got Mickey Van de Ven here out on the left. And it's getting physical already here, Ash.
yes, I'm surprised. I thought Arsenal may be tactically because I saw what they did against Villa, and I thought they might have learned their lesson. They basically tried to press them ultra high, and they're trying to do the same with us. They're trying to press us ultra high. I thought they might just press our midfield and our fullbacks, but it looks like they're trying to press our goalkeeper and centre backs as well. So I thought that was really interesting to see in the opening minutes right there. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, well, it's a good game, man.
Yeah.
So far, it started fast, it started quick, and as you said, a lot of physicality on Kulusevski there on Tomiyasu
Well,
trying to fight for the ball.
that's why I think some of us vouch for Kulusevski, because we do think, in the first 45 minutes, there isn't always going to be that automatic spacing behind. It might be a little bit of hold-up play that will be required, and we know Kulusevski has that in his locker, and he can handle the physicality, of a defender right on him. David Raya, could we catch him out today maybe with a mistake? Oh, nice little header in behind. Højbjerg tries to get Odegaard.
Just go. Stand them up. Just stand them up. That's it.
Cleared
All
away
done.
by
All done.
Romero. Well
Composure.
sought after
That's what
there.
you need in the back. A little bit of composure. Don't get rattled.
Come on, Pierre.
And looks like we're taking our time. No, he's playing well.
Kulusevski.
Højbjerg's bringing
Good
it up
hold-up
the
play
field
from
as well.
Kulu. Great carrying. Sir!
And it's on the left hand side as well. I like it. I like the little switch over. I like that. He's playing a little bit more freer. It's good.
He's already shown Tomiyasu the weight room, Kulusevski here.
Yeah, it's brilliant, man. I like the composure the boys are showing as well early on. They're not getting rattled, especially in that final third. In our final third, sorry.
Matters. Need a really good game from him today. Bentancur.
Yeah, they need to step up. Step up. We need to see that old school Bentancur right now.
We need to see the midfield ticking today. We need them very... Here we are, though. Kulusevski. He's giving it away. Plays it too early on the right side there, but Arsenal on the transition.
He's battling back for it. I love the pressing. Keep going. That's it. That's what we want to see. Get in their faces. Don't make it easy.
Come on, Speedo.
Timo Speedo. Lovely.
Good pressure from Davies. Well done.
Yes, that's what we want to see. And we won the ball
Thank you, sir.
back. Lovely. That's what I want. That's what I said. I want to see those blocks. I want to see them tackles flying in. Defensively, we know what we can get from him. So that's what I want to see.
Don't think Saka can get turned, in the first 10 minutes of the game easily. You don't want to give him that sort of ease of thought, that ease of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Mickey. Going back to Vicario. He wants to give Big Vic some touches here.
You can see Højbjerg in between the two of the centre backs, trying to keep an eye on. Is that
Højbjerg looks like he's talking smack in Norwegian to Odegaard. They're really close to each other. Romero into
you got to get in their ears, man.
into Porro. We need a good game from Porro as well, because I agree with you. Defensively, he's been fine. It's just in possession sometimes we're missing, that bit that he can provide. Spurs, they'll give it away. They tried to go long.
Yeah, I want Højbjerg to do that, to be fair, though, because I don't mind him doing that, but it just needs to be accurate. Of course, you want to find one of your teammates when doing that.
Brian Dempsey, member for 20 months as a fan show member, says, let's go from the start. The boys need to be physical today. Step up. Let's need to be physical today. Step up, Romero and Mickey. Come on, you Spurs. Definitely need that physicality from them.
Come on, boys. That's what I'm talking about. On the front foot. Let's
behind.
Go.
To Sonny. Out wide. Can he whip it in?
Cut back. Benny's there. Use him.
Matters.
Cut back. One more.
Sonny.
That's what we want to see from Benny, though. Benny just nicking the ball, man.
Very
Winning
good.
the
Way
ball
to
high
go
up.
Pierre. Sir.
Lovely.
Well
free
done.
Kick.
Porro.
Right edge. Bring the free back. Bring the free kick back.
Playing it too quickly as well, I feel like Porro, needs to settle down there. Well done, though, from Bentancur. You're right, Ash. And good warning to Arsenal there that they can't get turned like that. Lolo's going to smash him there.
Yeah, it was just like his decision making as well. I think you're rushing it. Take your time. You've got more time there. You can probably lay a pass off better in behind. But here we go. Saka on the right. Ben
Playing
Davies
it down the line.
in.
Ben Davies, one-on-one with Saka here.
And his teammates helping him out, and they go off for a throw. Lovely.
Brian Dempsey, appreciate you, sir. And I'd love to see a physical game today. As you know, I'm kind of a sicko like that, where I do appreciate the crunching challenge. And, I do like a bit of housery as well. And so we're going to definitely need that from our man, Romero. We know Mickey Van de Ven, he's not as much a master of the dark arts as like Romero is, but he definitely knows how to show a guy the weight room, and he definitely knows how to give a guy a good challenge.
Yeah, this is it. It's good, man. It's 50-50 so far in terms of where it's going. But yeah, I think we need to stay in this game as much as possible and just win those challenges, like you said. Be super physical, be in their faces, talk smack, and just be clever as well on the ball. Not panic in those final third, both ends as well. Because I felt in that final third, that's when we need to be a bit more decisive, a bit more clinical.
Then that's been our problem all season.
Yeah.
Ben Davies, they're already looking to kind of go for that pinged ball over the top, kind of down the flank. And we'll see if he can catch on to that. Madison, if he sees Pedro Porro, he's wide open.
Cuts back, controls the midfield. Sometimes you can
right.
slow it down and you can spread the play, switch the play a bit, open up the pitch. Because they're bunched up on one side, so I'm not mad at that.
Højbjerg, man on, low. Well done, Son.
Nice.
Good hold-up play from
football.
Sonny.
Good football. Look at that.
Timo Speedo, what can he do here? Down the left. One-on-one with Ben Scheidt.
Azange got it right. Oh, they know to gamble, though. As soon as Timo's on that, gets to that byline, you just have to get in the box.
Big up to Dropkick Your Teacher. Big up to King Hoddle as well. And Dan Coys, I'm sorry to hear about the back, my man. And you had to cancel a holiday as well? Jeez, I'm sorry, brother.
I do like the pressing here as well. And we're trying to win that ball back. That's it. We're winning those 50-50s. I love it.
Come on, Pierre.
Yeah, he saw the run. He wasn't sure if he could get it off. That's why he delayed it. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Spurs winning the ball very high up the pitch. Timo
is right-footed. Am I right by saying that?
Yeah, he is right-footed.
Because sometimes he always uses left, and I'm like, bro, like, use your right foot.
Well, he likes that left-footed poke, into the box once he takes it down the byline. He does like that sort of poke, and it can be effective.
But what I meant by that is when he cuts back onto his right, and you're on the edge of the box.
Left foot.
Yeah. I mean, use your right foot then, because you could do an in-swinger.
Win it. Come on, Lolo. Romero with a powerful header.
I love it.
So far, Arsenal finding it very hard to get out of their own half here, but we do know we leave that space in behind, and they are looking to try to hit it over Davies.
Do you think that Ange would be happy of the two managers so far going into the game? In his opening minutes?
I think he'd be happy with this start, but with that couple of moments where we have won the ball high up the pitch, it's the same problem, right? Where rushing our decisions and kind of giving it away right back when we win the ball in a good area. The Arsenal break here. They break through the press really well.
Stay composed.
Well done. Cleared by Davies.
Lovely.
Madison gives away a dumb foul.
This is what I mean.
Top of the box to Thomas Partey. It's not really... Yeah. You have to put on a challenge there, but the pull of the shirt or wherever he does here, the arm, it's unnecessary right in front of the referee.
Yeah. It was annoying because we tried to press them from playing out from the back, but Partey was able to get on the half turn and play forward. I didn't see who slipped there, but that's what gave them the freedom to get up the pitch. And we need to be a bit more smarter there in that position. And I've seen that a lot as well lately. Like, Spurs slip a lot. I don't know if we're wetting the pitch too much, but I've seen a lot of Spurs players slip around the place. But yeah, we've got an Arsenal free kick in a dangerous position.
Free kick with Odegaard lining it up. But Dan, I appreciate you watching from home, brother, and I'm sorry to hear about the back problems. And luckily, I don't think I can say I've really had any holidays canceled, due to an injury before. I'm sorry, sir. So hopefully this roller coaster that you're joining us for can make your life a bit better. I'm not sure that's what the doctor would advise, though, to watch this watch along with us, for your back. I'm not sure that's what the doctor would want. Big up to Martin Knightsbridge. Say Sky Sports should have a fan cam on Dave. Definitely should have the fan cam on Dave. Odegaard lines up, hits it into the wall.
Cool. Love it.
Come on, lads. Come on, Tottenham.
That's it.
Great start, but we need to, like I said, you need to do better in the final third when we win it high up there.
We don't want Arsenal to settle into their rhythm. We want to disrupt them, man. So let's get in their faces from now. That's it.
Well done, Kulu.
There we go. Hit him. Counter.
See it, Sonny. Get turned.
Counter. Turn. Head up.
There you go. Poro.
I'm not mad at that. Get in that final third now, son. Get in the box. That's it. Spread the play now. Switch it over.
Matters.
Switch it over.
Low.
One more. I see what you tried to do, the pass around the wall.
Oh, Sonny, can you get onto it? Yes.
Go on, Sonny.
Get turned.
Go on, get a shot off.
Bentancur. Pierre.
Move it down.
Salzburg. Romero. Into Madison. Great pass from Romero.
Lovely.
Kulu. Lovely ball from Kulu.
Anywhere in the box.
Matters.
Come on, boys. Well done. First shot. I'm not mad. That's what we want to see. Winning the ball high up, making mistakes, giving them problems, man. Do you know what I mean?
Still frustrated with Madison, sometimes in the final third, but that's much better from the team all around. It's
the
not
more
right.
shots he gets from outside the box, because I haven't seen a lot of shots from
No, he
Madison, to
doesn't.
be fair. So I'm encouraged by him taking the shot at least and not trying to take an extra touch, an extra pass. He's hitting it first time. Come on, boys, man. We're pressing high up as well. We're winning the balls. We're being smart with our tackling as well. So
Come on,
I'm
Timo,
really
be
happy with
stronger there, man. That was Madison's best Basuma impersonation from the first time shot. Basuma loves a souvenir.
that. Love it, love it.
Ben White with the throw in down our right side. It's nice though. I mean, I would say Arsenal, they've had only one real dangerous, sort of transition into our final third.
Yeah, we're keeping them at bay. We're doing well. We're looking good in our 4-4-2 block.
It's been a bit more game management at times, but a ball in behind for Odegaard.
He's on
Is
side
he
as
on?
well.
Oh, for
Yeah.
Havertz!
Oh, near post. He must be offside. It's got to be.
He's
I was gonna say,
offside.
he looked way offside.
It's got to be offside.
Yeah, I thought
Hard to
so.
tell. Did it go
I
in
hate
back
when they
of the
flag
net?
late because you're like, but really,
Yeah, I was going
Vicaria
to say, it looked
tight,
offside
though.
initially. I thought it was
Tight,
offside already.
tight. But yeah, Vicaria shouldn't be getting beat by his near post. That's worrying for
Did
me.
that go
Shouldn't
in?
be
Yeah.
getting beat there.
Yeah, it did.
He should be saving that. Because that's one thing I criticized Chelsea at. I was like, Vicario would have saved that near post shot, but then look what he's just done there. It needs to be a lot better. So it's a worrying sign for me because there wasn't much in that offside, to be fair, even though it was offside. We need to be a bit more,
Yeah.
street smart, in my opinion, in those situations. But yeah, here we are playing out from the back. Vicario on the ball, playing as the first centre back, playing calmly in that transition. And Arsenal are trying to press us, but we've got the ball. They're allowing our centre backs to split wide and have like possession of that in our own half.
Mickey.
Ah, it's that slip. It's that slip.
Oh, good block
You
from
need to be
Romero.
careful. You need to be careful. We
Good
can play out
emergency
from the back,
defending
but
there.
sometimes we're a bit suspect.
Yeah,
With
Mickey van de Ven with a
there.
blind pass into Davies. Davies slips.
Yeah.
Good,
But luckily,
good
Romero
emergency
got
defending
across
there from Romero. Well done. Way to be proactive.
It's good stuff. Here we are on the corner, and now this is something we need to be.
This is
switched on
this is what I don't like are the set pieces. This is what I would like to give them as few of as possible. And what I would say, my gripe again, because it's going to happen at some stage, is Gabriel, man. That guy, he gets away with a foul every single time from these set pieces. He has to grab your eyeball, your throat, your head in order to jump over you. It's just so annoying. Oh my lord! And they win it again.
Jeez. Oh my days! Every time.
Just
a
as I
corner,
say, it's
every
automatic for
time.
them.
I can't believe the first set
The
piece.
first one as well. It's
We
ridiculous.
were so on top, man. How was? I
We're
can't
actually
believe it.
pathetic from set pieces. We are
Near
pathetic.
post.
We are
Diabolical,
pathetic from
man.
set pieces. Didn't even look like a good ball in.
Oh, that's what I thought. I was like, it's a poor ball from Saka, and then all of a sudden, 1-0. If you're going to
It didn't
concede,
even look like a good ball in. It's pathetic. It's actually pathetic. We have to be one of the worst at this stage in the league. The camera's panned on Højbjerg. I'm not sure why. I guess we'll have to see.
Porro on the near post comes off the near post.
Off
and-
Højbjerg.
Off.
It's off
okay.
Højbjerg. It's not even won by. We're that pathetic. We're scoring own goals now from set
Oh,
pieces.
jeez. Beasting at the
Jesus.
near
We're
post.
scoring own
Oh,
goals now from set pieces. We're that pathetic
jeez
now.
almighty.
Oh my lord,
Beat-
Pierre. What are you doing, man?
He beats Tomiyasu, then he puts into the net.
What's he doing?
Handed him the title. What are you doing, man? I can't believe it. All right, this is where we need character, though, man. We can't get rattled by this. We need big players to step up now. We need to be on the front foot. We actually need to come at them a lot now. So,
Become that bad with set pieces. We're just scoring them on ourselves.
diabolical. I can't believe that one. But yeah, we need to get ahead of the game. Get ahead in the game now. Start again. 0-0. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Come on. Ball up the top from Van der Ven. A ball across the box by Ben Davies, and Raya collects it. No one in the box attacking it there too early. Arsenal out on the attack on the flank. And Arsenal still have the ball. And this is where we need to press now.
Oh,
like
good
crazy.
win
There
by
we go.
Kulusevski here. Can you find
There we
Son?
go.
Down the right. Sir!
And
He's not
gives
even giving a foul.
goal kick.
He's not even giving a goal kick. He trampled him there, surely.
Trossard tries to slow down the game, saying that he's got a little injury there. Yay. Oh, okay, it came off
Oh,
Kulusevski
what's gone?
first.
I can't even tell what's made Kulu go down there.
Yeah. That's why it's a goal kick. I don't know if he felt a touch in his back and went down, but obviously he miscontrolled it there in that last touch. So maybe that's why he's gone down to try and win the free kick. Real goes long into Arsenal's front line.
Thank you, Van de Ven. Good win there. Can he hold it up? Kulu.
Free kick. Well done.
It's already a few fouls from Tomiyasu, ref. He might as well start counting.
He's on his back. Exactly. One more. It should be in the book, because I swear that's like 2 or 3 already.
Romero.
Okay.
Finds Kulu on the right.
I need that run from Son now. Make that run. Make that run into
Fine
the box.
Lolo. He's gotten around a bit. Great cross
Oh!
in.
Come on, boys. That's what I'm talking about.
Lads.
Instant reaction. Come on, let's go.
I like Bentancur today. He's tried a lot of things, and he has tried to play the ball forward. You know, it's one of those cliches, but, you know, he is always looking to try to play forward.
Exactly. Positive. Can we get the ball forward? Can we get into their half? Can we get into their box? Can we be positive? Not passing it sideways, backwards all the time. Sometimes forwards. And I like that from Bentancur. I like that. Taking that risk. Can we score?
Oh!
Can we score? Oh, my days, Romero.
Rambam.
Jeez.
Oh.
So unlucky.
Rose well.
Oh.
Oh, he's giving a foul? Or I like that face. I like that. You know, I love that physicality with Odegaard there. Just shoving that guy to the ground. Absolutely love it.
Right. What have they given her? Is it a goal kick or Odegaard getting to his feet, rubbing his face off?
Odegaard,
Romero,
you know, wiping the grass off his face after Romero shoved him into it. Love to see it.
Eat dirt, man.
I'll tell you, it's also it's that allergy season as well, you know, for Odegaard. So you might see puffy faced, you know, afterwards. Well done by Romero.
Yeah.
Shove his dirt into it. Make him taste the Tottenham turf.
Come on, we need
Win
to win
it,
the second
Timo.
ball. There we go.
Put your
That's
foot in,
it.
man.
Come on. That's it. There we
Great
go.
touch
There
from
we
Lolo.
go. Head up, head up.
Great touch. Good
Now, there
composure
we
there,
go.
Sonny.
Stay on side,
All right, find him
Kulu.
now.
Poro's there. He's on the outside in the ring back. Good
Kulu,
touch.
great
Kulu.
touch.
Over
Great,
the top.
great pass.
Lovely.
Okay. Timo.
Oh, come on, Werner.
Matters.
Matters.
Sir!
Free kick. Come on, Spurs.
Come on, lads. Good response.
Come
Good
on.
reaction.
This is what we like.
This is a frustrating
Have a
thing,
word,
though,
ref.
Ash, because I think this whole time we have been playing well. We have been our own worst enemy at times this season with own goals
Always
like that,
Spurs.
with conceded goals. We've been our own worst enemy here.
We always do it to ourselves, man. We always do it to ourselves.
I'd say as much as I'm not happy, you know, it's we have been playing well here.
I know. Within that first 20 minutes, I think we've been the better the team. I think we've been in it. We've had that shot on goal. Obviously, we've been front-footed. We've tried to ask questions, but here we go in the corner of Romero, that big header. But off the back of that, Maddison on the free kick. Into their box. Back of the header.
It's off the post! Romero again!
I can't believe it.
Romero
We're looking
again!
dangerous with set pieces. Hey, we're looking dangerous.
Oh.
Go on, Madders. Unlucky.
Don't foul. Fuck off.
I have
Havertz.
that shot to shove him. Aye, Romero, stay cool. You're in the game.
Oh my
Stay
lord,
calm.
Romero. Oh my
Off the
lord, he's
post.
so unlucky.
Oh, can't believe it.
Oh, he's probably got to score that one, but the first one was so unlucky. The first
jeez.
one was a terrific header. That one maybe he should do better. Yeah, he's probably got to score
How
that
are we
one.
scoring for them, Jack? But we can't score for ourselves. That's annoying.
The second one, he's probably got to. Well done from Romero. To be fair to him, well done. You know, he's
having a
working
good
hard
game.
on these, but he's probably got to score that one.
Come on, Spurs. That's it. We're winning the ball back as well, man. We're winning the ball back. We're quite aggressive in that second challenge. Sometimes the second balls are falling to us as well. I like that, man. Keep this up. Keep this energy up.
Martin Knightsbridge saying defending set pieces is very worrying lately. I mean, I've been saying it for 3 or 4 years now, Martin. I think that defending set pieces has been worrying for Spurs, but this time, this year,
boys.
it's even worse. Oh, come on,
Come on,
Kulu!
boys. Come on. Have a shot.
Fine,
Kulu.
Kulu!
Corner. Good block.
I think he had an opportunity to thread in Timo. Great
Yeah, he
work,
did.
though, Spurs. Great work, though, boys.
did,
Winning
he
the ball
did.
back. Good
But
confidence.
listen,
from
I'm not
Kulu,
mad.
though.
If the players want to take a shot, man. I'm still not mad. At least we're having a shot on goal. Because before we're overplaying it.
Yeah, that's so true. So true. Good confidence there.
Another set piece. Can we make it count, man?
Come on, can we get Rom onto it? Third time's the charm. Come on, Rami.
Good delivery from Maddison once again. This time,
One by.
second ball. Win it back.
Good
Have a
touch,
shot.
Pedro.
Shot.
Oh,
Deflection.
Mickey!
Yes, we did it, bro! We did it! We won from Mickey Van de Ven, yes!
Great response.
Get
Great
in there.
response
You
from the
deserve
boys.
that.
Great
Third
response.
time lucky,
Come
my
on,
bro.
Mickey.
I'm mad. Third time lucky.
Martin, look
Oh,
at
you
these
Don't
attacking
bloody
set
down. We
pieces,
can't hear you.
Martin.
Can we hear
Look at
them?
these attacking set pieces, my friend.
Put it to the vag.
Oh,
Hey.
well
He says we
done from
can't
the
do set pieces.
mixter. Come on, man. He's absolutely leathered in another one. I love this
I
stuff
love
from
it.
Mickey.
Come on, boys.
All he knows
Yes.
how to do is just leather it. That's all he does. When he gets
Hey,
in front of goal,
Madison's
he's just
delivery, though.
Jamie Vardy
Hey,
style.
listen.
Hits it as hard as he can.
Love it. I love it. I
Please
love
be
it.
onside. Please be onside. Oh, my Lord. Please,
no, come on.
please don't give that to me. Don't do it to us.
Oh,
Don't do it to us.
no.
Don't do it to us.
Oh, no.
Ah,
Is he
typical.
on? Draw the lines. Draw the
Typical.
lines. Oh,
Typical.
it's difficult. Oh. Is it arm? Is it his
Come
arm? Is
on.
it his finger? I'm going to do it from his back of his heel. Oh, is it shoulder? Look at the hand. Oh, face to play. Oh, it's tight. It's tight.
Gabriel's ass has to be keeping him onside.
That's what
gotta
I'm
be it.
thinking. He's twerking for us, man. Obviously.
It's got to be
He's
onside.
dropping it low, cuz. Look, the bum's putting him on side. Come on, give us the benefit of the doubt. Give the attacker the benefit of the doubt. Come on, it's us. This is Arsenal.
Yeah, it's got to be the Arsenal ass there that's keeping him
Exactly. The Arsenal's the arse. The arse is out. The hand's out as well. Look, the arse and the hand. Come on, man. Come on, give us the benefit
on.
of
Come
the
on.
doubt.
You know Gabriel's cheek there is keeping him on.
I wish we could hear what they're saying as well. Like that would be so key if we could hear what they're actually saying.
I could turn it on for you if you like.
No, I mean like the actual VAR room.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Now you want to be the fly in the room right there. Yeah, you want to be drawing the lines. I know what
That's
you mean.
what I'm talking about.
Come on, give it to us, please.
Come on, that's a goal, man.
Fuck off. No.
They've got the red line. Oh, disrespect. They don't want the underdogs to win. They don't want the underdogs to win. They don't want the underdogs to win. They don't. They
brutal,
don't.
man.
They don't. That's brutal. That is so brutal. Gabriel celebrating
it's
there,
just
round
so
up the
brutal.
team. Oh, disrespect. Come on.
Still waiting for us to get a decision our way since the Liverpool
I was
game.
going to say
Still
as well,
waiting for
Jack.
us to
It
get
all
a decision
depends on
our
the
way since
referee, you know,
Liverpool.
how this game goes. Because
Come on.
that could have been given, bro. Come on, man.
Great
What we
response
doing?
though. Still great response. Fuck's sake. I hate celebrating like that. Only for it to be
Ugh.
by half
Soon as I
by,
saw the VAR
by
thing
the
come
hair
up.
of an ass cheek. By the hair of an ass cheek. You know he's offside. I guess. But Martin, terrible defending set pieces. I guess we're getting better though at attacking them.
Yeah, this is it. I love that from Vicario. First time pass to get out of that pressure from out the back. Long ball over the top. Second balls, can we win it?
Oh come on, Pierre.
Can we win the second ball again? There we go.
Lolo,
And
well done,
again.
man.
Where we go. And again.
Bentoncourt, well done, man. He's been a beast
Love it.
today, Bentoncourt. He's actually
Yeah,
been the
he
best midfielder by far, and I've been saying that for a while
100%.
now with some of his performances. I think he's been just
100%.
fine.
Midfield's not looking bad. I was saying it as well in the pump up. I was like, look,
I'd say
Højbjerg and Bentoncourt.
Højbjerg
done
and
it
Madison
for many
could
a
still
season.
make a little bit more of an impact, but you know, it's been all right for them. Again, you know, we have been playing well. It's just our own worst enemy. Kulu's been great.
Kulu.
Great hold up
Look
play
at that.
again.
Look at that. Look at that. He's
Great
having
hold
a
up play
top
from
game.
Kulu again.
He's having a great game.
Come on, Timo, get turned, man.
Switch the play. Over the top. I don't mind. Look after it.
Kulu.
Uh,
It's okay.
That's it. There we go.
Romero.
Switch across the pitch. There we go. That's it. Open the
C.
pitch up. Make
Davies,
them
maybe.
go from left to right. There we go. Make them work. That's it.
Timo.
And again into the midfield. Into the midfield. Use him. Make that run now. Make the
Madison.
run. Aye. Look after it.
Great
Good
touch from Kulu.
Lovely.
Great touch
Finish.
from Kulu.
Finish. That could have been a penalty. That could have been a penalty. That
Sir!
could have been a penalty. That could have been. No, he dived on that one. He dived on that. He was looking for that. I could tell. He should have shot. He should have stayed on his feet. He shouldn't have looked for it. Because the first one was a penalty, I thought.
Oh, ball in behind.
Ah,
Saka.
jeez.
One-on-one
Let's
with
stand him up, stand him up.
Davies. Fuck's sake. Are you serious, man?
Oh, jeez.
Are you
Game's
serious?
Out of sight now. Game's out of sight. Game's out of sight. He should have stayed on his feet, in my opinion, Jack. I don't know.
Madison.
I don't think he should have gone for the dive. Because if he stays on his feet, he can get a shot off.
Fuck's sake.
Jeez, 2-0 at home. This is unbearable. Look, the game. This is unbelievable. Jeez.
Just
Football
countered
gods are
so
not with us
easily there.
today.
Just countered so easily there.
Yeah, Ben Davies
Over
was
the top.
didn't able to sort his feet out. Was the counter came across? That's like it came across cutting a bit like an Isaac moment. We lose the ball there. Ugh, he's gone down too easy. He looks like he's looking for it. I don't know, Jack. What do you think? Do you reckon it was a pen?
It
Is
looked
there
like I
something in
couldn't
it?
tell what happened to Kulu. That was the one that looked more to be a pen, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
down
what I
Davies'
thought.
side
Exactly, that's
here.
what I thought. I
Davies, I
think
don't know
Ben
why
Davies,
he's
slow your
running
feet
down the
down, slow
middle.
your feet down, slow your feet down. You know he's going to cut in. He's left-footed. You
It's
know
just terrible in the
Showman is
one-on-one in
right.
these moments,
Showman is right.
Davies.
That's what I'm saying. Sort your feet out. Don't let him go on
Slipping
his left
over,
foot.
he's
Flop.
wobbling knees.
This is always going to be the problem, though, on the counter. This is
I
what
just
everyone
never
was worried about.
understood. I just think when it comes to tracking back in that situation, Ben Davies is the last person I'd want. He's the last person I'd want. Like I said, he's done
Yeah,
fine for us at left-sided center back. It's just at left back, it's a whole different story. It's a whole
yeah,
different story.
yeah. Come on, Spurs. Come on. Let's get a ball. We need a response
Out wide to
instantly. Come
Kulu.
on, lads. Come on, boys. Come on.
Ball
Pride.
in!
Pride.
Oh,
Come on. Come on, lads.
this is brutal, though.
Come on.
Timo.
Let's go. Come on. Come on.
This
Come
is
on. Let's go.
brutal.
Let's go.
Playing
Corner.
well, but just getting
Come on.
absolutely brutalized every single time. Being our own worst enemy. Ben Davies getting exposed. Something that I think, honestly, Ange has to take a bit of responsibility for picking him.
100%.
But then
100%.
also it's on Ben Davies because we know he's just terrible in those situations. Like, it's just, it is going to happen. But then also set
Go on.
pieces. Just being our own worst enemy from set pieces.
We haven't looked too bad on the set pieces going the other way.
We haven't looked too bad with the ball at our feet. We haven't. When we've had the ball with our feet, we haven't been that bad. We've created chances. We are causing Arsenal problems. We've hit the bar twice, or we've hit the post twice, or Romero's at least could have scored twice. We've had good moments in the penalty area. It's just been...
Yeah, it's just all season we've known our Achilles heel, you know? And unfortunately...
Just continue to be our own worst enemy at times in really individual moments.
I mean, it looks like a super priority now. We need a left back. We need a left back moving forward in that transfer window. That needs to be a priority signing, in my opinion, moving forward, because the exposure is crazy. We do need legs in that position. But yeah, if
I had said that.
It's Kulusevski going down there. That's what the camera's showing at the moment.
Did it look like he got clipped, Kulu?
Yeah, I thought he did. I think that's what caused it. And then he tried to stay on his feet.
Felt like it should have been a pen on Kulu.
He should have been looked at least. And
we haven't had any goal be looked at. We haven't had any penalty. Even this thing is the moment that it goes to the VAR room, they just remember that it's a Spurs badge, so they just quickly go away. They don't need to look at it. It's just been I feel like we haven't even had any penalties even go to VAR this season. We've only had one penalty, but it's been a challenge for us to even get a penalty to go to the VAR room, even to be debated.
Yeah. So there's a clip of Werner holding his hamstring there, and obviously Brennan Johnson's walking up. So it looks like he's being forced off at the moment. I think he can play no longer in this game. He looks like he's walking off to get subbed off. We'll see what happens there. But Johnson's getting ready, stripped on. But yeah, man. Well, Jack, it is quite disappointing that the way we are conceding the goals. Do you think we can get a goal back though? Do you reckon we can?
I think we can easily get a goal back. The problem is, it's just with this team this season. I feel like that is debatably a penalty.
They don't even look at it. It's right in front of him. It's right in front of Mike Oliver. He's right in front of him.
Or does he trip himself a little bit as well?
Oh, right. Okay.
Does he trip himself?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. That's why they probably looked at it and said, "Nah."
I think he was clipped, but it's also a bit of tripping himself. How much do you want to interpret that? It being.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be incensed about it. There are plenty worse ones that we haven't been given this season.
Yeah, it was just a lead up to it because obviously Madison went over and then they scored from that. So it was just.
I agree, though. Madison going down in the way that he did to give it away did hurt us, but it's just it was written though with Ben Davies. Everyone knew that was going to happen with him playing at left back. He's going to get countered if he gets too far forward.
We're playing so well though, Jack. We're playing it.
We are playing well. And like I said, I could easily see us scoring here still in this first half. It's just
I think they're going to park looks like they're parking the bus right now.
As you should. 2-0 up. I mean, same thing.
Just defend the lead. That's what they're going to do. But I mean, gives us more opportunity to have chances on their goal. It's good play from us, though. We're playing balls into the final third. It's just no shoehorn now, no U-shape. Just get it in
Oh.
there. We need quality, though. We need to put crosses in with quality, like actually put it in the air. Kulu started well, though. I think Kulu's playing
Kulu's
well.
been great. Bentancur's been great.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
I think they've been our two best players this half. Bentancur and Kulu. Romero has actually been very good defensively and has been good in the air. Of course, he could have scored.
Johnson's on the pitch. We just need something from him now. So,
Got a Welsh Mafia down the left side here.
Sonny. Ball from him.
He's got to be stronger there, Sonny.
Get a foot on the ball. Go on, Benny.
Don't you dare give away foul.
Yeah, this is what we need. Strong link up.
Thank you.
Benny on the ball, looking up, uses his options. Gets a pass from Madison. Madison dropping in deep. Højbjerg trying to fed it through to Johnson. Johnson plays it back into Van der Ven. Van der Ven looks up, passes to his partner, Romero. Heads up, passes it back into Van der Ven. Madison, can he get on the ball? He's looking for it in midfield. He's offering himself. Kind of need Madison to drop in there to offer an option. And then Højbjerg needs to give it to him in that instance, I think.
It's pointing time for the Lego man. Ben Davies.
Yeah, I mean,
out for a throw in. Just can't let our heads drop, though, as well. We are playing well with the ball at our feet, but if we let our heads drop, it's just going to get even worse.
Yeah,
have to maintain
we get
confidence.
a goal back. We get a goal back game one. That's what I see.
I agree.
We get a goal back, game's back on. So it's just not about being rattled now. You know, we've got nothing to lose. This is it now. We need to take gambles, take risks, and you never know what can happen. Don't let them settle. This next 10 minutes is vital. So this is where we need to put our foot on their necks, literally. They're going to try to slow it down. They're going to try and drop on the floor. They're going to try and run down the flanks, keep it simple. Odegaard, for me, hasn't been in the game at all, which has been good. We need to keep it like that.
I mean, they really have just punished us like a lot of teams have.
Literally.
But they haven't done very much, but they have punished us.
There we go. Spurs, stand them up. There we go. And now where we can counter-attack, we need to go quickly and long. 2 or 3 passes and then go long.
Got to get rid of it, Pierre, man. Jesus. He's not had a good game.
Not there. That's it. There we go. There we go. Now forward.
Come on. Gotta
Keep
be
winning
strong
it.
again,
Keep hassling them.
lads.
Don't give up now. Don't give up. Keep hassling them, boys.
Be strong in the challenge. Be strong when holding it up.
Press. Go on. Next one. Then the next one goes. All right. I don't mind their centre-backs having it as long as their centre-backs don't switch the play. This is what I'm worried about here. This double
Ball in behind for Havertz. Cleared away by Mickey.
I think he could have played it back to Vicario there. Well done anyway, regardless. Well, come on, you boys. Come on, you Spurs. I was an offside. It's cool. Van der Ven has the ball. Romero's just passed it to him. Can he play it back to Vicario? Can Vicario play it to Romero quicker? There we go. It's about playing the ball quick. See right here? This is when you don't diddy daddle. You need to be quick. One touch pass. One touch. Bang, bang, bang.
Romero.
Oh, you have to go along.
To Kulu. Can he hold it up here? Pedro Porro down the line for Højbjerg. It's a great ball. Come on, Højbjerg into Sonny.
Holds it up. Give it back to him quickly.
Someone make a run for Sonny here. Højbjerg again.
Bit quicker now, lads. Bit quicker. Sonny wants it.
Someone's got to move off the ball. Everyone's standing, looking for the ball to feed.
Yeah, make a run now. Sonny, make a run. Take a run. Make a run. Make a little shoot. Make a little curve run. He's got to make that little curve run. He's got to run in between the centre backs. It's tight there.
Ben Davies. Mickey. Romero.
And I agree with you, Jack.
Very static there from the whole forward line. Someone's got to make a run.
We've got to make that run. In that final third, we've got to make the run. Otherwise, the person can't play it. First time.
Down the line for Bentancur.
Cross the box. Goal kick. Couldn't get there.
Too much on it from Brendan Johnson.
It is frustrating right now. But at least we have the ball in the final third in the right places. Just need to be a lot more movement from the front three, or at least the front two, in those positions. Even like Madison. Madison's there sometimes in that kind of front line. He needs to make a run. Go on, eat that ball there. Eat it now. Don't concede the foul.
Romero tried to win the challenge high up there.
It's all right. We're slowing them down a little bit. Just slow it down them. Slow it down for them. Slow it down.
Got to engage with him, Pedro. Got to engage. Back.
Keeper. This is another corner. That's what you don't want.
Another set piece for Arsenal. I think we've only given them 2, but the first one we scored on ourselves. So let's see how we can do this time.
Concentration. Just basically picking up those runners that come into those areas. And I think it's Trossard on this one this time, not Saka. So let's see how the delivery is on this one. Or is it Martin Odegaard? Oh, it's Rice. Rice on delivery. My bad. See him getting heckled by the Spurs fans. I love it. That's what we need, man. We need Spurs fans not to cross their arms. We need them to be in their faces. Come on. Let's go, man.
Come on. Show me we can defend
On the box,
one set piece here.
That's it, near post.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
Over.
Are you serious?
Over.
We can't defend a set piece for our lives. We have to be the worst in the league.
Oh, bro,
we have to be the worst in the league. This is pathetic. Jesus Christ, I'm a Yank. Sign me up. I can win a header. Jesus, lads. Show some grit.
Terrible.
Show some bravery. Go up and rise and win it. It's Havertz as well. It's not even... Oh, my Lord. How pathetic are we from set pieces?
Unbelievable.
Do we know how to win a header?
I can't believe this. Near post again. I'm old school. I'll put someone on the post. Højbjerg moves off the post. Porro moves off the post. What is going on? Everyone's moving off the post. Or that Maddison on the post. I can't even know. It's Højbjerg first.
This is so sad. It's automatic for teams. It's just so easy for them.
Van der Ven gets
Any team now can... we could be playing Motherwell. They would win a set piece against us.
Oh, my days. Absolute
The under-21s would win a set piece against us. This is sad. Jesus, I could win a set piece. I could win a header for us. Someone just get Dave onto the field. We won a header. This is so pathetic. We're either scoring it on ourselves or we're just continuing to let teams just win and rise for a header completely unchallenged. It's ridiculous. Who is training these guys? They actually need to man up.
Well, you know
Someone
what?
just throw a body in. Even if you can't win it, just push him. Shove him. At least give a damn. Oh, my Lord. How many set pieces? We've seen, like, Bournemouth win every set piece against us. We've seen every team. They win every header.
Jack, could you deep this? 2 set pieces, 2 goals.
It's pathetic. Yeah. It's not even a fair reflection of the game, but it is because we've been doing this to ourselves all season. It's not even really an excuse anymore because we've been doing it to ourselves all season. No matter how well we play, if we are this pathetic from set pieces and individual moments, we're going to lose every game.
Oh, this is
and the coaching staff for this need to take a huge look at themselves, but also these players, because these guys are all 6 foot plus as well. I mean, geez. If that's, I mean, I'm barely 6 foot, and I could at least rise for some of these headers that we continue to lose. We're watching guys like Joao Gomez for Wolves win headers completely unchallenged.
Oh, this is it, man. Look,
we're seeing guys like they're 5'5" winning headers.
Completely,
it's pathetic.
Well, lads, what can I say, man?
Davies on top of the box for Sonny. He's got to take a shot there, Sonny. Oh, my Lord. Matters as well.
This is from bad to worse, isn't it?
Well, it's just it's hard because you can try to play well. You can try to get back into the game. But these are the things you do have to be able to defend because it's just free candy. It's free goals for these teams.
Yeah.
It's free goals. And you're not going to win a game like this. You can never, no matter how well you play, no matter how much you dominate the ball, you can't win a game if you're going to give up set-piece goals and continue to cower like that. We are cowards on set pieces.
You can have all the possession you want in the world. You can have all the chances you want in the final third. You can dominate. But if you can't defend and do the basics, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Do you know what I mean?
Højbjerg started it, though, because with Højbjerg doing that, I think he just spread even more nerves into the whole team from it. I mean, it's a lot of it is on him for that, because the way he started out, I mean, Jesus, man, it's not a great way to start, to be practically scoring a bullet header into your own goal with almost no one challenging you. It's not a great way to start.
Doesn't help to start on the back foot.
When you already are nervous from them. We already knew we were nervous from set pieces, but geez, man, not a great way to kick it off. And then this whole team from then, it's just... the fact that it's just automatic for them. It's automatic. They're not even... not even doing anything special, Arsenal as well. Any team. Like we've seen, like I said, we've seen Bournemouth. I saw like Alex Scott win every header from a set piece. The kid's like 5'6".
This is diabolical.
The kid's like Harry Winks' size, and he jumps over everyone.
It's got to be the worst game in terms of 71% possession, 4 shots for both teams. Does it matter? No, because the 2 shots they had on target, all gone in. So,
I think it's Ryan Mason as well. Martin Knightsbridge saying, "Do we not practice defending set pieces for fuck's sake?" I think it's Ryan Mason from what I've heard, but I mean these guys. I mean, I don't know what incentive they need, Ash. It's just rising half the time. I mean, I'm just talking bare minimum here. These guys don't even know how to at least just give a damn on a header. Like they seem to just all expect the other guy to go up and rise for it.
Yeah, like, one thing you can't coach is bravery. That's one thing I'll say. But look, we just look all sorts. That I think that is on the actual team, the actual back staff as well. Everyone's responsible. Everyone takes a slice of this blame.
This is like elementary stuff here, Martin. It's like elementary. It should be some of the most basic things. You know, League Two teams could come in and teach us how to win a header.
Yeah. It's Mile Jelinek. He does, and Chris Davies. They're the ones that do our defensive set pieces. So that's what we need to look at. Mason does the Mason's the one that does the attacking play, I believe. But yeah, they can all get it, man. Mason included, bro. Mason. Well, we needed the 2 whole weeks doing what? I don't understand. That
Martin,
weeks.
it's been for
2
years,
weeks.
but it's been for years. It's been a problem with us for years. But the fact that we've even changed a lot of the old guard, a lot of the old players like Lloris, Dyer, etc., and we're still this pathetic from them. I mean, it's like in our core. It's unbelievable. Sonny in behind here. Can he do something?
Oh,
He's out of it now, Sonny. Past few weeks, he's just been out of it.
One chance he has, I need him to put
The hair looks terrific, but his form has been terrible.
Good run, though. It was a good shape for the run. First touch was perfect. Can you get it under? He just puts it underneath his foot. He needs to get his knee over it. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He doesn't get his knee over it, and he gets right underneath the ball instead. Like he's going for a lob. And goes into row Z. That's when you need him to maybe stab at it, just get some type of connection. It's got the wrong type of connection, unfortunately.
I think it is easily the worst we've ever been from set pieces in my whole lifetime this year. Easily, Martin. This is probably the most pathetic it's ever been. This is like where I'm starting to question, you know, whether I could actually win some of these headers for them. I feel like Daniel Levy could come on and win some of these headers for them. It's that bad.
Yeah, we saw it against Newcastle, for sure. Look, Son's making the runs, though. Unlucky. He's making the runs. We just need to find them all.
Adrian Chia is saying consolation is that no one can pin this on Basuma with the super chat. I mean, listen, over here, Adrian, as much as I am a big Højbjerg fan, Dave has been a huge proponent of Basuma. And Dave even said to the members, I believe, that he feels like Basuma's been an unnecessary scapegoat at times, you know, for people this season. I think he should have started today. As much as I like Højbjerg, I didn't see the need for him to play today. It feels like it's almost like a testimonial for Davies and Højbjerg for them playing. I don't really get it. But believe me, man, Basuma, I think he should have started today. And he's more the future. That's the part I don't get. Like, he's the person that should be here for the long term, that we should be trying to breathe that confidence into, not someone like Højbjerg right now who's going to be leaving anyways.
Yeah, this is it. It's true. I agree, man. I agree. But here we go.
Kulusevski, top of the box.
Muscled off. Oh.
Just need. Come on, Kulu, get in there.
Come on, still working. Come on,
6 minutes at a time. This must be for the VAR check, but that still seems like it's 3-0 as well.
Goal kick.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it didn't even change the score.
There's no need, bro.
Didn't even change the score. I just went into immediate rant mode over the set pieces. I didn't even want to change the score.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's you know why it's frustrating for me? Because like, it's not like they've opened us up, man. It's all due to us. Everything.
No, it's all our own fault.
Everything's down to us. Everything's our own doing. I can't. And they're going to be
It's
so
actually, we're
excited.
lucky that we haven't even seen Arsenal have to even try very hard. It feels like, they're not
Exactly.
even, we're just our own
Exactly.
worst enemy. They haven't even had to do very much.
That's the one thing I used to hate about Spurs, and now it's come back to us. I just, oh,
It's like they not even really had to flex their muscles.
they're going to be super confident going into this now. Oh, jeez. And as I said that, now they start playing. That's annoying. Because I
Ben
don't
White
want us
down
to score
the
another. I don't want it to be
offside.
battering.
I mean, how much real possession have they actually had in our final third?
30%,
And
bro.
how much have
30%.
they actually tested Romero and Mickey Van de Ven?
4 chances they've had. 2 on target. One has been ours, our own goal. So it just tells you everything, isn't it? Everything you need to know. I'd say, look, I'm even being biased. I'd say we've been the better of the two. I'm being totally honest, but it's not about that at the moment. It's about they would say probably like, yeah, we've
Yeah,
played into their hands. That's been their game plan. That's their excuse, you know.
yeah.
Because if we were 3-0 up, we'd say the same if we had 30% of the ball and they had 70. Come on, Spurs. Come on, get up the field. Go on, Maddis. Come on. Son's making a run.
Kulu,
He's trying to curve it. He's in behind. He's on the shoulder. You can see him.
can
He's
you
in
do
there.
something here, Kulu?
Kulu's gonna. What's Kulu doing? He's giving it
Davies,
to Davies.
it's an all
Davies
right
in that.
out wide to Matters. Down the
Davies
line
is
for
up there
Kulu
now.
again.
Can Davies make a rim? Oh, I thought he was gonna cut it back. Come
Pedro,
on.
not a
Ah.
misconnects.
This is what we're talking about here in this final
Lolo,
third
well
now.
done,
Go on, have a
Kulu.
shot.
Good
Come
foot.
on, have a shot.
Get in there. Matters, come
Get out
on.
your feet. Get out your feet and have a shot. Oh, damn.
Oh,
This
loose
place
touch
is
from
too
Matters.
close. Get it out your feet. Get it out
Poor
your
touch
feet.
from
That's
Matters,
what I
giving it
need.
away there. Don't you dare. Oh,
Tactical foul. Tactical foul there. Romero. Surprised he didn't get a yellow for that.
Matters is, again, just well off it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Ah, lads.
Steve D, I know they're well. I said that before the game. I know they are well levels above us. I knew that it would take an incredible performance from us to try to even, challenge them. But it feels like we've just not even made it, in any way like a competition because we've just decided to take our own selves, out, right? We decide to beat ourselves instead of them beat us.
Yeah, I mean, at this highest level, it's mistakes. So
We've given them the
people,
win before they've even had to show us that they're better than us.
yeah, teams capitalize on these mistakes. And go on, Brennan. Switch to play someone running on the outside. Who's on the outside? I need someone on the outside there. That's what he was looking for. A ball on the outside. It's finally come there. Poro's on the outside playing as a wing back.
Pedro,
Beats
well
it in.
done, son. Whip
Gets
it in
up.
now.
Gets cross in. Gets a header. Ah, lucky. Ah, good defending
Gee.
from Arsenal.
You got a Richarlison there, he's actually rising for that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Been needing something like that. But it's been a while since we've even seen Pedro Porro do something like that.
Yeah, this is it. That's what I was saying. When Brennan had the ball, I wanted to see Porro out there earlier to get that because then he could have run down the byline and then hit the ball across the box and someone
Yeah.
could have been on the end of it. When it's in the air, they've got good defenders to come across and stop those headers from coming in. What we can do from a set piece? What can we do?
Oh, if only
Come
Romero
on,
had scored one of those as
come on,
well.
come on, Spurs! Look
Kulu.
at that! Come on, Spurs! Come on, Kulu!
He's had a
Come
great
on!
game, Kulu.
Go on!
Johnson!
Ah, corner. Still a little bit of fighting us. Come on, before the half, get a
If
goal
only
back. Give
Romero
us
had scored one of
motivation.
those as well.
Look at that
You
from
think
Kulu, though.
different game if Romero scores one of those, but again,
Yeah.
we have just shot ourselves in the foot. That's just our favorite thing to do,
Definitely,
shoot ourselves in the
definitely.
foot.
We need Johnson to score. We need anyone to score, bro, right now. Come on, anyone.
Matters, not a great
Keep,
ball in.
keep
Hoiberg,
it alive.
care,
Protect it,
man.
please. Who's on the outside? Someone on the outside. No one on the outside to give it to. He's got to hold it up.
Good touch.
Whip it in. Left foot. Go on,
Good
whip it.
ball.
Headers. Anyone. Someone needs to attack that. Come on, be brave.
Oh,
And it's half time. Jeez. Boy.
very
What can you
jeez.
say?
Well, everyone, not how I think a lot of us might not have gone into it with a ton of confidence, but it's not really how even. I guess some of it's how I expected. I knew they would cause us set pieces, but I think that's just what it is. That's what I have to continue to drone on about here is I feel like Arsenal haven't even had much of a chance to even try to cause us other problems in other ways. we've just been
Yeah.
shooting ourselves in the foot this season from set pieces. We have been pathetic and terrible in other games where we were probably asking for something similar. I think in other games, we were watching teams just win every header from a corner. It's just maybe they weren't as good as a team like Arsenal from them, so they weren't actually putting them away. Whereas we've given them, what, only 2 or 3 here, Ash? And they've scored
Yeah.
each one, right? They haven't even missed from one, and it's been that easy for them. I think this
Yeah.
season has just been the times of us shooting ourselves in the foot. But Martin Knightsbridge saying Ange's philosophy has no defensive attributes at all. He just relies on Romero and Van de Ven to get him out of trouble. But the players should know the basics. Martin, I know what you're trying to say with, how, yeah, he leaves very few players back there and he relies, on their athletic attributes as well as just them being terrific defenders to get us out of really dangerous situations. But I think today, like, we don't even have to address that. I think it's just the
Mm.
simple things. I think it's the basics. We're talking about a guy like Højbjerg scoring a bullet header on his own net with pretty much no challenge or whatever. I don't know how he ended up doing that. And then as well from a pretty bad moment I think from Madison as well as Kulusevski, where Kulu goes down in the box, probably shouldn't have. I don't know. It's hard to tell whether it was a penalty, but he goes down there when we had a really good chance. Madison goes down as well when he didn't need to, and then we just get countered over the top from Ben Davies. A lot of that for me falls on Ben Davies, and maybe some of that falls on Ange because he did pick Ben Davies at the end of the day. I think we would have been saved had it been someone else, so I could put some blame on Ange there for the player that he picked. And then
Yeah.
with the other goal, it's just another set piece and us just being completely pathetic and completely just cowardly again. So it's kind of the basics for me here today, Martin. I don't even know how much into Ange's philosophy I even need to get into. I think Ange takes a lot of blame for how bad we have been from set pieces this season. But I don't even know, Ash. It's like diving into what he's getting wrong or, the philosophy versus Arteta's. We haven't even had to get to that point because the way we've conceded and the way we've given up this game hasn't been because of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll go back to what someone said in the comments before. Like, in terms of what we've been doing on the ball, we've been doing absolutely fine. Even defensively off the ball, we haven't been too bad. But it's in those vital moments where you need to be switched on 100% in those moments, in those set piece moments. We're switching off, and I think we're struggling with this zonal marking at times. It's the movement off the ball. Højbjerg, it seems like he's slightly switched off and he's almost panicked,
Yeah.
by doing that header. And it's unfortunate it's gone in the back of net. Some people might say he's unlucky. For like, he's
It's a
probably trying to
terrific
header it.
finish by Højbjerg. It just happens to be in the other net.
He's probably trying to header it for another corner. He's just trying to block it from going across the face of the goal. And another game, maybe some would argue he would block that and his header would go offline. But oh yeah, it's just every game we just talk about the same points over and over again.
Yeah.
So at that point, you're like, it doesn't matter who we field on, something needs to be changed along that kind of approach in terms of I know a lot of teams do zonal marking. So some people are saying we need to do man to man, but I felt like even in that last goal with Havertz scoring that goal, you see a clip with I think it was Madison and was it Højbjerg? Højbjerg was on the post, and they both kind of come off that zone, and they kind of follow their men, if that makes sense. And then you see Havertz running across, and he's in between both Mickey Van der Ven and Romero, and once it becomes into that zone and it comes into that phase of play, that's when they need to be ultra aggressive. They need to be physical, and they need to stop to block his run. They need to first of all shoulder to shoulder. They need to be physical and put him off balance to stop him getting that jump, getting that leap, and also they need to jump with him and be first to attack that ball to stop them scoring that goal. So defensively, like, yeah, man to man, you can be man to man, but the fact that he got in between two of our centre backs, that's an absolute no.
Yeah.
We need to be first to the ball. We need to be physical. Havertz is going to be their danger man. We need to know who their danger man is. You're not going to be worried about Odegaard in the box because he's probably going to be on the edge of it. You're not going to be worried about Trossard in the box. It's Gabriel. It's Tomiyasu. Those are the players that you need to be physical on, and it's unfortunate that this zonal marking has been our downfall. What can we do? What can we do
I don't
about
even
it?
know if we got to that stage where of zonal marking or marking. We need to teach the basic principles of jumping and heading. It feels like at this stage. Adrian Chia, big up Ash and Jack for bravely holding down this watch along. Adrian, appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
I
man.
said that
Appreciate
to
that
a
as
lot of
well.
people even going to the game. Bravely like Dave. And Nick. I think they're proper Spurs fans for going into this one. And being brave fans, but big up to Ash as well here, everybody, because his channel is pinned up in the chat here. You can't miss it. No excuse, please. Everybody do go and subscribe. But he's helping out a lot of channels. I know he's helping out We Are Tom TV this morning. He's helping out us over here at the Irish Hotspur. He's been a good Samaritan across the Spurs YouTube today. So really do big up Ash, everybody.
I think
in the
I
chat.
might be done after this one.
Yeah, you've done all you've done your good
But
share.
the amount of
You're going to
invites
Spurs
I've got,
heaven for this one. You're going to
listen,
Spurs
the
heaven.
amount, the amount of Arsenal fans that have invited me onto their shows afterwards, I just don't have the capacity.
You've been being pulled in too many directions here, man. You're doing too much good work, doing the Lord's work here.
They're waiting to grill me. So, it's going to be a long day, man. But I've got my life to live, This football is life, though. Football is life. Football is everything. This is why we support our team. This is more than a hobby for us. This is a passion, is a way of life. We're Spurs fans. And even though we're getting beaten 3-0, it's unacceptable, in my opinion. Absolutely terrible. But it's Tottenham till we die. Like Dermot would say, we stand by our team.
Signed
We
up
live
for
by
this.
the team. We live and breathe it,
Yeah.
And no matter what happens now, I'm going to stand by the boys. Two results, 3-0. We can't concede another. That is an absolute no. And Ange needs to have the rollicking of the life. He needs to be telling these players off.
He needs 3
I
hair
mean,
dryers for this one.
Trust me, some players need to be coming with head bandages on. Look, if he needs to take Højbjerg off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think
I'm
he
not
should.
mad
I
at
think he
it.
should. He
I'm not
needs to
mad at
send
it.
messages.
3-0.
Yeah.
So if there's a halftime substitution that needs to be made, because we've been rattled so far, we've been talking about the goals, but actually maybe making a change at halftime might be needed. Some energy in that midfield.
Yeah.
At times, I think we can play it a little bit quicker. But then also, I wouldn't just jump on Højbjerg because
Just
I
quickly,
like to see
the Big D, though, says, as soon as I saw Ben Davies at left back, I knew we were effed. I questioned Big Ange being stubborn, playing the same system, same formation with Ben Davies starting. We need set pieces, coach, as soon as possible. It was my big problem ahead of this game, the Big D as well, playing Ben Davies. I just didn't understand the reasoning because I know Emerson is fit, and I think he's a far better defender in those one-on-one situations. So when Saka did score there, right, you look at that one-on-one situation he had with Davies. I said to
even on
Ash, his
corners.
knees were wobbling. It just was always, set up for a goal there. I've seen also, this is harsh on Davies because I think he's had an okay season as a left-sided center back. But I am going to bring up even a random international friendly where they got beat by, I think it was Armenia or it was like Azerbaijan or something, and he got mixed by a random Armenian winger, in an international friendly of some kind or some sort of Euro qualifier in the one-on-one situation in a very similar situation. And I've just known ever since then, even since Jordan Ayew, made a mixtape of him. I just knew that his days as a left back have been long over. And I don't really get it with Ange. It's like it's a testimonial for him, maybe because he's leaving or something like that. And same thing with Højbjerg. I just don't really get it. But yeah, I just knew he was going to get cooked out there. And even Emerson, we've seen Emerson in the one-on-one situations like that is, I think, a better player. But also just, even too, I look back at the goal, Davies actually keeps Saka on side by continuing to try to catch up with him and continuing to try to run and, meet him. If he actually holds the line with Mickey van de Ven, he would have caught actually Saka offside and he would have pulled off an offside trap there. So again, something that Davies, I don't think even does as well as other players in the team, is actually holding the line and keeping that offside trap as disciplined as possible. I completely agree with you, the Big D. And also Paul Connor, member for 9 months, elite member as well, saying, Jack, we are playing well, goal disallowed, and we are the better team. 2 corners, 2 goals, set pieces again is our major problem. The Saka goal was bound to happen as it's up against Davies. Yeah, Paul, I think your summary is kind of sort of my summary, where we knew that goal against Davies was probably going to happen. I think Ange bears a bit of responsibility there. I think Davies, of course, does too. But I think you're in kind of Ash's boat where we've actually been weirdly playing pretty well. Like we've been creating chances. We had a goal disallowed by pretty much a hair, if not even less than that. And then also we had very good moments from Romero, who could have easily scored twice. I think also some loose touches, on the box. If those weren't as loose, if we were more clinical, probably could have had more shots on goal. Kulusevski could have gotten a penalty there. I think we have played pretty well, Paul. It's just we've been our own worst enemy once again, and we haven't even given ourselves a chance.
I said it. This game was so important that if Arsenal go and win in this game, they go lift the title. So this is like a double whammy. This is what people don't want to hear, but it's that important that half time now, like you guys are saying, do we take Ben Davies off? Do we take him off straight away and we put someone that's a bit more athletic as an Emerson Royale? As bad as he is, maybe he's better suited because, like you said, on those corners, on those set pieces, is he a bit more suited for winning those aerial duels? Because again, his height, his physicality, that's something that people forget about in terms of his
Our two
defending.
best set
He's
piece
able to
guys are
win
both
headers.
Brazilian.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's one thing I could say. Um, yeah, and other than that, we just need to carry on playing the way we actually are playing, and the movement of the ball. That's what I need to see better because there's times when we're in the midfield, and I kept calling for it in the live stream. I need to see someone on the outside who's making the overlapping run. I need the overlapping run because that's why we slowed it down in midfield at times because no one's been able to find that pass with someone making a run in behind.
Yeah.
If the run in behinds aren't being made, then the person on the ball has to slow it down until that actual angle is made, until that pass is available. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not just going to pass it into space when that person's not running into that space. So the front three, whoever's up there, someone needs to join them, break their neck to get into that final third, and Son needs to curve those runs. Son needs to make those directions, and he needs to be clinical in that final third. He had that
Yeah,
chance
he had a
where
good
he
chance.
actually made a good run, got a good first touch. Then after it's that composure
Yeah.
was lacking where he needed to. There was a chance where you mentioned that if Richarlison was there, maybe he'd score that goal. Sonny actually makes a run across the box, and I think Gabriel follows him. And then I think it was Bentancur that could have got the header, and then they head up. I think it was Ben White that headers it out for a corner. But again, you said if Richarlison was there, that box threat, then that ball into him, that could have been a good goal. But I say like if Porro made the run outside earlier, he could have whipped it across the face of the box. Son or Werner could have been on the end of it, or Johnson, I think it was on the time, and then maybe we could have had a goal there. But this is literally
Yeah.
it. Like it's the moments, like decision making. If it's not there, that can be the difference. And
Yeah.
unfortunately for us, we're 3-0 down, and it's not looking good at the moment. Because if they score another goal, it's a matter of and like a lot of the criticisms come from Ange from the supporters is that why is he waiting until it's 3-0 down to make changes? To be fair, I don't think he can make a change 30 minutes into the game.
I don't even know if the goals he's conceded as well. I don't even know if you can change those mid game because it's kind of things that we've been dealing with all season. Like we said, set pieces and just really bad individual kind of mistakes. And I think it's been a problem. I don't know if you can even fix that mid game. Jerome says it is too easy for Arsenal to score. We are absolutely clueless in set pieces. Both corner defendings were pathetic. Ange needs a set piece coach. And then Jerome also says, tell me how Van de Ven is offside. He is still in line with Gabriel. Jerome, that's what I didn't understand. I think if they took a closer look at Gabriel's bum there, I think they would have found that maybe his left ass cheek was probably keeping him on side actually. And, typical with Spurs, it seems like, any time that it's, maybe a margin, sort of kind of interpretation, we always get the red line. We never get the green line. It's always going to be the red line. Even that goal with Sonny, right, in the Chelsea game, that felt like the most onside goal I had seen almost all season. And they still came up with a red line, in that Chelsea game from earlier this year. And we've seen other times as well where it's been, offside and it's just barely. I just don't get it. But when it comes to the set pieces, man, I've said that exact word, pathetic, too many times today. And I'm probably going to have to continue to say it throughout this season. I just hope that it's next season that I don't have to keep saying it because it's been the case for a few years now, Jerome, just with this team with set pieces. And I feel like this is the worst it's ever been. This is kind of just the most pathetic that it's ever been. Big up to you, Jerome, though, and I appreciate your support. Dropkick your teacher. The artist says we are clearly haven't learned from Newcastle. Pathetic. It's kind of scary to see how many times we have, been in this situation, dropkick your teacher. It's not acceptable, really. How many games has it been 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, kind of games? It's way, way too many. And it needs to be addressed. Something Ange needs to look at, and something these players, of course, as well, take huge responsibility in, because they also do let, sort of their own heads drop and their own confidence drop way too easily. And then Donovan Osterreicher, member for 22 months, fan show member, says Kulusevski tripped. Saka goes up to the other end and scores. What have you? Time for a second half performance. No excuses. Then we'll react. Agree, Donovan Osterreicher. I do agree. And, Ash and I have tried to say that in possession and in kind of moments, I think with the ball at our feet, I think we have done all right. I think we have, tested Arsenal. It's just we've been our own worst enemy. And the Kulusevski penalty, maybe if Kulusevski does a better job in selling it, he's not really that sort of guy, but if he does a better job in selling it, maybe we get that penalty there. But typical this season that we just don't get the penalties when we need them. We never have been given that benefit of the doubt, Donovan. Really appreciate your support, though, my man. Nearly 2 years as well. You absolute legend. And then Martin Knightsbridge says, Ash ain't allowed back on the show. Sorry, Ash. No, Martin. I think Ash has actually been terrific to have around. He's got that tactical analysis. And
used to call me anal.
We've been losing with Dave on recently. We've just been losing in general, Martin. But big up, man. You absolute legend. Big up, Martin.
Hey, call me the scapegoat. Call me Basuma. I don't mind.
Listen, it is what it is, today, Martin. We're going to need a scapegoat. Ash has been a good Samaritan in every way.
I prefer Ben Davies to scapegoat him, but it is what it is, man. We need a goal back. I just want pride right now. If we're not going to change anything, if Ange is going to keep it the same, we just need a bit of pride right now. Get a goal back, get in their faces, unsettle them, rattle them a little bit. And then I want to see a bit more width as well. We've looked good on the ball centrally, bit static in the final third because the movement hasn't been there. But in that transition, we have looked good. I think Kulusevski holding on to that ball has helped us play out from the back at times, helped us be strong on the ball. I think Bentancur, as you said before, has been amazing. So those two, for me, are the standouts. And if they carry on playing, I hopefully want to see Richarlison do make an appearance, because I think he can cause a lot of problems for them. They're going to probably sit back a little bit, I think, and try and hit us on the transition again. I think that would be their go-to. And if that's the case, Ben Davies, for me, I would take him off. I would put someone there that's a bit more athletic, that's got more legs, that can keep up, because that's the danger, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we get hit again on the transition, it could get ugly.
Yeah.
So, and people will come after Ange if he doesn't change things, and they score another goal.
What is ridiculous as well, though. I mean, I'm sorry, but why is he taking off Bentancur of all people too? Like, I think Bentancur was easily the best midfielder of the three, and also Davies he probably should have taken off. And then Højbjerg is really, I mean, the start Højbjerg had was horrific. And again, I didn't really see much of a need to play Højbjerg in this game. I've maintained that, despite being a fan of him. I have maintained I don't think he should be playing, or at least starting. And the fact that he then ends up conceding that first goal in the way he did, it's like you brought on the experienced player only for the experienced player to do that. I mean, I just think you got to take off Højbjerg. Take off Bentancur, I think, is ridiculous.
That is crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe it. So the game is back on. Arsenal trying to play it out from the back, switching the play. Kulusevski trying to press Rice at the back.
And we've also already seen a free header from Tomiyasu. Still haven't won a set piece defending. It's gone to this stage. Come on, lads. Can at least get the first goal here in the second half. Get the first goal here.
Right. Let's go. Come on.
Sonny putting Raya under pressure. He's got a mistake in him, Raya.
There we go. Come on. Maybe Bentancur picked up a knock. I don't know. Do you reckon that's why it happened? Less tactical?
Maybe it is. It could be.
But Ben Davies stayed on, obviously. But yeah, Højbjerg's at the front. He's got the ball. And he's giving it out to Coolio on the wide. Here is Sarr, Patamata Sarr, giving us the legs that we need, the energy. Hopefully that can spur us on. No pun intended. Now we're controlling the game as per usual, as we were in the first half. I've seen a lot of the ball in the final third. Let's see if Ange's giving them rocket up their ass.
Nice.
Here we go. Intercepted by Gabriel, getting it out into the guards.
Well
Heavy
done,
touch.
Romero.
With the
Good win
ball.
high up the pitch here. Spurs breaking.
Make a run, make a run, make a run. Open your
Madison,
body
top of the
up.
box. Finds
Lovely. Have a
Kulu.
shot.
Kulu,
Left
can you
foot,
whip it
time, though.
across?
Oh, he opened his body to
Too
shoot and
tight.
then
It's too
pass.
congested. Kulu, back
Makes it
across.
cross. Come
Romero
on!
again.
Oh,
He could have
another
had a hat
chance.
trick today.
Another
Oh,
chance from
Romy.
Romero. Header it downwards. Oh.
He's hit. Is this another one he should have scored? The first one, like I said.
Header down.
It
He
feels
was
like he should at
underneath
least
it.
have two. He probably should have 2 goals today, Romero.
He's underneath.
That one's also, it is hard, that one, but he has absolutely bullied Gabriel today.
Yeah, he has the physicality. But we need to see that in our half as well.
Oh my gosh, why can't he do that with defending set pieces? But yeah, he
Jeez.
should have a goal today, Romero. He's probably easily should have scored one of them. One of them was a very good chance.
Our main threat. Our main threat.
Davies all over Saka. Still can't win it though, man.
Jeez.
If you're going to bully him like that, at least win it.
Yeah, there's times where you just got to stick your toe out, be clever. Like, I get why he's trying to be tight to him, but there's ways to win the ball. To stick your toe out at times, win the ball back. Shoulder to shoulder, stick your toe out. You don't have to like lunge in and make a tackle like that. It's just it's the ways to defend. Anyway,
Good pressure,
that
Johnson.
Yeah, well done. Keep pressing, Madison. Come on, son.
Saliba.
Johnson there.
Thomas
looking to
Partey
cut off the
looking for a
angle,
pass,
cut off
but
the
Spurs breaking
cut
up
off
any
the angle.
passing lanes into the midfield. They've
Yes.
gone back to Raya here. Gabriel.
Kulusevski looking over his shoulder.
Good pressure from Madison. They've gone back to Gabriel.
There we go. Trying to
Got to keep the press going here.
Containing
Arsenal
them.
able to play out pretty easily. Oh, well
There we go.
done. Mistake
There
by
we go.
Odegaard.
There we go. There we go.
Kulusevski.
Make that run. Have a shot then. Have a shot left foot. Have a
Kulu,
shot left foot.
sir!
Have a shot. Oh. Jeez. Jeez, have a shot, bro. I just want to have a shot because for me, Son makes the wrong run.
Just doesn't shoot. Yeah,
Son
no,
makes
there
the wrong
wasn't
run.
really an easy pass for Kulu. There really wasn't.
He should have made the run earlier, and that's why Kulusevski make your mind up and like have a shot. It's on your left foot. He's tried to dribble in between the two of them, and then he's gone down easily, in my opinion.
Wasn't really an easy pass for Kulu there, but he does have to shoot then. Oh no!
dear.
Oh no!
dear.
Oh my God! What a save from Vicario! It should have been 4.
Should have been 4. I'll be honest with you, that should have been 4.
Oh my
Good save.
Lord!
Great save by Vicario, though. Great stop.
Oh my
Jeez.
Lord!
So easy. It's
Could
so
be
easy.
offside
Like,
actually.
offside,
Havertz
though.
maybe
Yeah.
could have been off, but it's
Yeah.
it's just Ben Davies is just abandoning Saka there. He's just absolutely left him alone. He's the only guy you have to mark.
Switching off there. He's not checking his shoulder. That's what
Well, he had him. He just forgot about him completely. What a save from Vicario.
Sticks his foot out. That
should be 4. Jeez, why is he gone with Ben Davies today?
Another set piece. How we feeling, Jack?
Okay, I'd be surprised. I'd honestly applaud these guys. Whoever wants to rise up and win a header, who wants to do it?
You know. Yeah, I think. And the funny thing is, what position did Ange Postecoglou used to play? Wasn't he like a defensive mid?
He was a fullback himself, I believe.
Fullback. So there you go.
Just don't know what he's. I think he's giving him a testimonial or something. I just don't get it.
Yeah, here we are in the corner. Cross from Rice. Doesn't beat the first post this time. Thank goodness for that.
Well done,
Lovely,
Kulu.
lovely. Go on. Kulu's been
Højbjerg.
playing well for me.
Good
Go on,
pass.
Kulu. Up the pitch.
Kulu, find him.
First time.
Romero.
Someone was there. Someone was there. Give it to him. Hesitates.
Pedro
Give it to
Porro.
Oh,
it's a
dear,
blind
blind
pass as well,
pass.
Pedro.
Don't foul there. Don't foul
Romero, well
there.
done.
Well done. Offside. Okay, cool. I was thinking, why are they all running away from it? Kulusevski on the ball. We've taken it quickly, now we've lost it. Haven't been
Pedro
able to progress it.
plays it ahead of, or Kulu played it ahead of Pedro. Pedro just a little clumsy there, though. It's not even that bad of a pass.
Yeah. Come on, press.
It's not looking likely that Spurs are going to get the first goal here.
Yeah, it's frustrating right now.
Well done,
Go on.
Romero.
That's it. Get a
Showing the
foothold in
challenge,
game,
showing
man.
the grit.
Exactly. Don't make it easy for them. Don't let them up, man. Let them stay down, bro.
Doesn't want the time wasting, I'm assuming. Doesn't want the time
Yeah.
wasting. Wants to play Romero. Fair play to him. He's one of those guys who doesn't like losing like this, who actually does show
No,
that. Some players do let their heads drop way too easily.
exactly.
They need to treat this just like a new half. It's hard to do, but they are professionals. They need to treat this like just a new half. They have to carry themselves. They need to show that leadership. Need to see more from Sonny as well, leadership-wise. I'm seeing that from Romero right now, not as much from Sonny and Madison.
Yeah. Come on, lads. That's
Well
it. There
done,
we go.
Sar.
Good, Sar. Well done. Good interception. Head up. That's
Johnson,
it. Go
come on now. Use the burners.
Go on. Use the pace. Use the burners. Go on.
There you go.
Go.
There you go, man.
Take your man on. Take your
There you
man on.
go. There you go. Lovely, Johnson.
There we go. In the
Get a
box
ball
now.
in if
the
you
box.
can. Good
Well
work,
done.
son. Good work, Johnson.
Push us up the pitch. I don't mind that.
No, it's exactly what you need to do as a winger. That's your job. Well done, Johnson.
So good by Sada. Good interception from him. Winning that ball high up. Giving it to Johnson. Johnson doing well. Madison on his corner this time. What can we do? Can Romero do a special again? Romero seems to be a danger man. They're panicking. Let's go. On the back foot. Big cross.
Romero. Nearly again. Kulu.
They can't get near
Pedro.
him, can they? And he's been one of our best set pieces, actually, Romero. He scored quite a few this season.
Pedro.
Porro.
Højbjerg. What can he do? Madison.
Ask questions.
Not been
Go on,
not
ask
been involved in
questions.
this second half here, Madison.
It was
Back to
orange bin.
Højbjerg. See Pedro.
Movement, lads. Movement.
Højbjerg.
Here we go.
Oh, it's a no one.
Comes to nothing. Win the ball
Well
back.
done, Sar.
That's it.
See
Spread the
Pedro
play.
now. Have a hit, Pedro.
Have a shot. Right foot. Doesn't get across.
Off it, Pedro. And he's got Sonny as well. Got to at least challenge the keeper and get it on target.
Will you look to make a change in the next 4 minutes?
The change I would have made would have been taking off Davies and Højbjerg straight away. At halftime, I'd say do it right now. Do it as quickly as you can. Do it as soon as. I'm confused why he's taking off Bentancur again. Maybe if it was an injury, then I understand. I'm not sure. But Højbjerg's got to be taken off for Basuma. And then I think actually Emerson comes on for Davies or Dragusin.
Saka's getting the ball into Trevor. Trossard.
Trossard, good block from Romero.
Good
He's
block
easily
from
been the
Romero.
best defender today.
Here we go. Party finding.
Pedro look behind. Romero has to step out.
Just got to control this part of the game here. That's looking
Oh,
dangerous.
Pedro, man, you can skip past. Well done, Romero.
I said block off all these options offside. Well done. Let's go.
The whole midfield really probably just needs to be, apart from Sar, I just think Madison, again, just no reason. Like, he's just continuing to get away with it with me, Madison. And then, but Højbjerg really should be taken off. Need Basuma. He's giving it away as well, Højbjerg. Please get him off.
He's not in that position. Not there.
He's just not had a good game today.
Not there. Oh, jeez. We're lucky there. He could have shaped his body to hit it first time. We would have been in trouble.
Davies and
Lucky he's
Højbjerg
not-
are just breathing more nerves into the rest of the team.
They're not good enough. I'm sorry.
They're just breathing nerves into the rest of
They're
the team.
not good enough. They're not good enough. As much as I said, you know what, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes you can't get a
Yeah.
great game, out of them.
But
in
when he
situations.
starts, he just doesn't do it. When he starts, it's just the same old.
Yeah.
It's like when he comes off the bench, it's like he just looks
He's been,
better.
yeah. Well, it should. We know he's not also like. What's the point? In a game
Yeah,
like this
exactly.
for the
Like,
long
logically,
term. What
what's
is
the
the point?
Logically, what's the point? Yeah. It's too easy for Arsenal to get out here. Look, Partey's having a game of his. Look, he's having fun out there. There we go.
Saka down our left-hand side here. Tons of space. They're just skipping past us. They're going to score
Too
4
easy.
here.
It's way too easy there. Way too easy. Go on, Skulu. Go on,
Spurs
Kulu. Well
in
done.
no way
First
look
half.
like they're going to score the next
Yeah,
goal
no
here.
way.
This is getting
Poor
bad.
second half, actually. We're poor second half. Poor on his options. That's what he's saying. Good play between him and Kulu. Good relationship.
Get there,
Go on,
Sar. Well done,
Go on,
Kulu. Good try.
Keep going. Right, spinning that ball back up. Controlling that midfield. Trossard coming inside.
Players are starting to walk around as well. Players are looking gassed.
Yeah, they're looking
They're
very
constantly
gassed.
having to track back, though. That's the problem, is that we just keep losing
Yeah.
it, so we keep tracking back. We
Also
have no
controlling the
retention of the
midfield
ball anymore.
looking like dogs chasing with tails in between their legs, running after a ball. Saka on the ball, looking 1v1 v Davis. That's what he wants. Miscontrols it. Højbjerg tries to get it and gets Madison on the ball. Turn out, gives it into Son. Son head up. Kulu gets onto the ball. First touch is decent. Gives it back into Sar.
Well done, Sar.
It was a bit lame from Kulu, wasn't it? It was a bit
Just
lackluster.
everything's a bit lame from
the water players, yeah, to be
sideways
fair. Madison on the ball.
Well done, Matters. Good idea. Not a good enough ball, though.
Unlucky. Again, Arsenal on the ball.
Doesn't do that enough, even though Matters. Like I'd be okay if he tried that 5 more times. If that's the first time we even see him try things like that.
Yeah. Take more risks on that. Exactly. I agree. That's what he's known for, and he hasn't been doing it for us.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do as the number 10, Ash, and he just doesn't do it enough for me. As the number 10, you're the guy who needs to play these type of passes, and he doesn't do it.
Exactly. To open up the pitch, to find the runners.
I'd say you get Richarlison on.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Sonny as well needs to be moved to the wing. Or it needs to be taken off, but he's...
So what, take Kulu off? Are you saying Kulu off?
I think Kulu's... That's what's hard for me, is I thought Bentancur and Kulu were our best players in the first half.
So are you saying Son off then?
I guess, but he is our best player. It's just on the merit of, who's played well. Kulu has probably been our second best player, if not our best player this game, at least going forward. It's not been anything special, but he has been our best.
Corner to quarter Arsenal. Saka enjoying it out there by the looks of it. Giving them space and time to turn in the box is the problem. I know I don't really like that. We're giving them too much energy in the box. And Bissouma and Richarlison are coming on. 61st minute, the change is being made. Martinelli looks like he's coming on as well. So Trossard will be coming off. Tactical tweaks here. Can we make a difference? Because we have not got a foothold in the game. Madison's gone down. Who would you imagine will come off then? Højbjerg will come off.
I need to see Højbjerg and Davies come off, but I doubt I'm going to see Davies come off. I need to see Højbjerg and Davies come off. Jesus, Madison, what are you doing, man? It's not even like he's done anything there.
Yeah, now we need the physical matchups. Here we go. We need to be strong in the box. Win the header. It's gone over everyone. It's gone off for a goal kick. And now we can make the changes. He comes off. So Martinelli's coming on for Trossard.
What's been really disappointing today for me is I feel like Arsenal haven't even had to do anything to see us go 3-0 down. Like, I think they have actually played much better in the second half than they even have in the first half. They played better in the second half than they even have in the first, and yet they haven't even scored. I mean, they could easily still score 4. I think we said that. They could have had, plenty of... I think they could have had probably 2 goals even in the second half. But that's what's funny is I think they've had more clear-cut chances to score in the second half than they even did in the first. In the first half, we found ourselves 3-0 down. It's just pathetic what we did to ourselves in the first half. Pathetic.
Yeah, I think I've seen, like, in this half, they're playing a lot more... I've seen them...
They've carved through us far more in this second half than they did in the first. And also, it's because we've barely been able to hold on to the ball, mostly in this... Oh, great chance! Please! Yes! Oh, yes! Is it Romero?
Yes!
Thank God! He could have 4 goals today. Romero, he could have had 4.
Romero!
I told you a Raya mistake was in the cards. I told you a Raya mistake was in the cards. Come on,
how high was Romero up the pitch, though? That's one thing I want to mention.
He's been our best attacker today. He's been easily our best. Come on, Romero.
Definitely our best player. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Jeez.
Romero and Kulu, best players on the day. Come on, Romero.
Romero, super high up the pitch, wins it back on his chest.
Great finish. Shows the forwards how to show some composure as well. The only forward with any composure today, Romero. Come on. Great finish.
I love it.
Get in there. Come on, Rombom. Oh, easily could have had 4 goals today. Easily. That's insane.
Yeah, he could have had 4 goals. I agree. Game on, man. Game on. Look at Spurs now.
Richie.
Richarlison in the build-up.
Great hold-up play. This is what we like to see.
Can he beat his man? Can he take right?
Come on, Rich.
He's head up. He's got his head up. He's king in 1v1.
Into
Through ball
Richie.
into Richie.
Sir!
Man, oh, it's a little flick. It's a little flick. That's my only concern about Richie at sometimes. It's in the build-up. Oh, he needs to be stronger in the build-up. Oh,
I think, well,
jeez.
that's his first moment there, and I think he's already held it up more than Sonny did in the whole of the first half and the second half. So we'll
I
see
hope
how
he
it goes.
continues then. I hope he continues, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because we need
He's
him
done more
to
hold-up
turn
play
now.
than Sonny has in all the last 3 games in that moment. It's good to see Sonny back where he belongs on the left wing.
All right, listen, I'm on to Richie, you know. Richie, you better, bro, you better do your job. I'm on to Richie. Richie, do your job, bro. Right now. We've been calling for it. So come on, Spurs. Like, let's go. Sonny out wide, looking good. Johnson's now on the
Johnson.
right. Cooley's... Go on. Go on,
Whip it
Johnson.
in now.
Whip
Come on,
it, whip it,
Johnson.
whip it. Go on,
Rich.
bang, bang. Stay on your feet, though, bro. Stay on your feet. Stay on your feet. Looking better, though. We're looking better. We're looking
Finally,
better.
we got a target man in there.
Come on, man.
Someone
The fans
we
are
can
won
whip
it.
the
The
ball
fans
into.
won it. Come on. The 12th man. Come on, Spurs. Just get another goal. Another 2 goals, bro. Another 2 goals. Smash it. Someone take a shot. Take a gamble. Come on, man. It's the team we should have started with, man. I lie. Go in the box, Richie. Oh,
Almost there.
Richie, do your job. Do your job, Richie.
Come on, Mickey.
That's what we got.
Great
This is what we got
recovery,
him for.
Mick.
This is what we got Van der Ven for.
Great recovery.
Now we just pin them in. Pin them in, boys. Pin them
Oh,
in. We got to
please,
be
man.
aware of that
Please,
counter-attack,
man.
though. We got to be aware of that counter-attack. We got to be
Got to
aware
be
of
aware
it.
of those calves of Mickey.
Yeah, it's true.
Johnson. Great,
Go on,
great
Johnson.
cut inside
Go on,
from Johnson.
Go on, go
Oh,
on.
just too
Over
heavy.
here.
Great play from Johnson. Just too heavy.
It's looking better, though. It's looking better. It's looking better. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's go, man. That's good, man. Madison off the pitch and Cooley playing in that kind of 10 role allows Johnson to be on that right and Cooley to do what he needs to do, man. So hopefully Cooley can help us as well because he has been one of our better players. And hopefully, yeah, Cooley can get on top. But here's Arsenal in a transition, getting it out wide to Saka. Saka versus Davies again. Davies trying to slow him down, standing him up. Saka's forced to go
All right, you're giving him too much space now, Davies. You've literally walked him into the box, man. You got to put in a challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
You've just let him into the box. At some stage, you got to put in a foot. You just let him into your box. He's just, it's like a, oh my God, it's like a chaperone. He's just showing him into the penalty area, man. Jeez.
You know what it is, Jack? It's shades of Eric Dyer. That's what Eric Dyer used to do.
Oh, it's their 2 favorite things. They just love to just chaperone the player to our goal.
Goal, what's that? Goal kick? Or no, it's throw. That's a foul. Okay. That's a foul.
Just need to get the ball more into Johnson and Pedro Porro on that right side. It looks like we have some freedom down there.
Yeah.
Basuma, great work.
Oh.
Sar, not too much time, man. Oh,
right.
no.
No.
Well done, Romero. Has easily been our best player
Man
today.
of
What a player, Romero. What a player. This guy is
Team
one-man
danger.
defense today.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, Mickey Van de Ven has the speed, but Romero's anticipation today has been insane. Look at the danger that he sees here. He's had incredible emergency defending today. He's absolutely flattened whoever that was as well.
Everyone's talking about Mickey Van der Ven, Rolls Royce, but now you have to look at Romero.
No, the brains on Romero. The brains on that
flowers.
guy.
Give it to him. Lovely. Go on. Counter. Go. Run. Anyone want it? I thought we could have countered quickly there, but yeah, here we go. Head up. Who wants it? Guys, make a space. Dropping that central area, Basuma. Fantastic on the half turn. Head up.
There you
Lovely.
go, man.
Into Kulu. Lovely. Keep it there.
Johnson,
Hold
what can
your
he
shape,
do?
see?
Oh, it's okay. Don't give away foul, though.
There we go, Bissy. Put him back, control him.
Well done.
That's
Well
what
done.
we want.
Great
That's what
tracking
we want.
back, son. Great.
He doesn't get
tracking
enough
back.
praise for that. He doesn't get enough praise for that.
Dave and I make the same point as well. I think people have blamed him for a few goals, and like maybe you can, but he has been good for us defensively. You know, I don't think he's been bad for us defensively.
His defensive numbers don't lie. So there you go. And that's a quick example.
He covers more ground than what Højbjerg can laterally. You know,
Yeah,
like
this is
covering,
it.
in front of the back line. He just covers so much more ground.
Yeah, 100%. Go on, Richie. Go on, Richie. Chase him down. Go on, Richie. Energy. Son, next one. Keep going.
Can Sonny get some confidence now that he's back on the wing? Let's hope so.
Let's hope so, man. We need everyone. I just need that
Well
goal, man. I
done,
need to
Mickey.
move
Get
on.
there.
Lovely. Composure.
Great
Lovely.
job, Mixter.
Well done. Well done, boys. Well done. Head
Come
up.
on,
Go on, this
Basuma.
Go on.
Get a goal here.
Who wants a
Come on,
great pass
Kulu.
between the lines? Great stick. Go on, Richie.
Oh, that's a
bit
little
too much
heavy
pace,
again.
A bit too much pace. A bit too much. No foul.
Yeah, they've given
No
a foul
foul?
for Kulu. They've given a foul for Kulu.
Yeah. That's why he overhit
We've
it.
had two little
Another
runs
way.
from, I think, Sonny and Richie in behind,
Yeah,
right? That we
definitely,
just played it a little
definitely.
too heavy.
Definitely.
Ooh, he's
Ah,
right
he
on
got
top
his
of his
toe on
foot.
it.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's got his toe on it as well. Yeah, good. Free kick for Spurs. What can we do with it though? What can we do? That was a vital foul from Party as well.
Geez, if we didn't even have, I mean, again, Arsenal probably have had two chances in the
those
second
goal
half
kick.
that they should have buried. But if we didn't even have, Højbjerg's own goal, we'd only be down by one. That's how bad, again, set pieces, the way we can see from set pieces, it's just making
Yeah.
it so hard on ourselves.
Foul, ref, foul. You jumped all over his back. Oh, come on, man. We're not getting nothing. Let's go, lads. Press. That's it. There you go. In his faces. Go on, Sar. Stay on your feet, though. Don't always lunge in. Just stand them up. Stand them up. Just keep the press on. Press. Come closer. Go. That's so
Yeah,
nice,
someone's
Sar.
got to
Come on.
get close. Exactly. You
Get
can't
closer.
let
Get
Odegaard
closer.
just do
That's it.
that.
Force him back. There we go. That's it. They don't want that. Force him back. Make him make a mistake again.
I don't
That's
think
it.
they want to try to play through us and create another goal. They would actually rather just pass it around amongst themselves.
Yeah.
We have to make them. We actually have to take that risk. We have to try to make them play in behind us and try to make them play through us.
Use
We don't
Basuma
want
now.
them to just pass it around.
Use Basuma. He's central. Use him. Use him.
Nice
That's a
job,
great ball.
Romero.
That's a
What a
great ball.
pass.
That's a great
Kulu
pass. Great
into
ball.
Richie
Go on,
now.
Richie. In the box.
See
Get in the
somebody,
box.
Rich. See somebody. Back post. Taking a deflection. Come on, Rich, man. Taking too much time there.
You
Took
know
way
what
too
it
much
was?
time.
We took too long
Yeah.
to get in the box, I felt. So he had to hold his run, and then he crossed it, and then it gave the defender time to kind of get a block on the cross.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
Davies.
half turn.
Okay.
Yeah, well done.
Looked like a
well
foul.
done.
Well done,
Good.
Davies.
I'll take that. Basuma,
Well done.
get central for me. I know
Romero.
coming for short.
See that pass, Romero.
wants
There
to
you go. Into
bypass him,
Davies.
that's it. There we go. Romero's playing exceptionally well.
Davies out
In
wide to
front of
Sonny.
him.
Sonny looks up. Good idea.
Keeps hold of the possession. Gives it to Basuma.
Basuma. Can someone
Can you
show
find
for
for a
him? Someone
pass?
come short for him,
Movement.
please.
No, movement. Guys,
Sar.
you can't just stand up there. You got to make the move. Good stretching by
Into Johnson. What can he do?
With the
Come on,
run up. That's
Johnson.
what I want. There we go.
Oh,
Outside run by
giving it
Porro.
away. Come on.
Ah.
There you go, Brendan.
Go
Oh!
on. Ooh.
Nearly another.
Unlucky. That's it. Go home.
Van de Ven.
Well done. Go home.
Look at those
Offer
legs.
yourself century, Basuma. Here we go. Head up. Who wants it? Guys, show for it. Someone drop in. Someone show for the ball. Guys, make a run. Someone make a run from out to in to out. Can you make a run down the line? Midfielders, I need you to drop in. Cooley wants it there. Give it to him.
Kulu. Out on the right. With
Make
Johnson.
a run.
Or Pedro
Someone needs to
now.
make a run into the box now. Make a run. Diagonal run. Make a diagonal run.
Oh, that's right.
It's the
Got to keep it
movement,
away
I
from the
think.
keeper there, lads. Can't get it so close to him. Got to keep it away from the
Yeah.
keeper. They're countering us here, going long to Martinelli. Down our left, one-on-one with Mickey. He's cut inside.
Lovely. Well done, sir.
Oh, jeez. Why are we tackling each other?
Careful.
Come on, boys. Why are we getting stuck in on each other?
Careful. Now we make the runs. Make a run. Johnson's there.
Kulu.
All over the top.
Romero.
Go on, Romero.
Richie, great.
Well done.
Great time.
Mix
Oh,
up
my,
in.
no.
Oh, referee's not on our side
Oh,
today.
what?
Referee's not on our side
No
today.
way.
That is
What?
criminal.
What?
Criminal. I
Oh,
can't
my
believe
Lord.
that one. Criminal. That
He's
was
just
that
handed.
was
He's
well
not
played
even.
by
Oh,
Richie.
offside maybe? Is that what it's for?
No, it's not offside. It's not.
Oh, my Lord.
I
Yeah, he's
can't
giving
believe
offside.
that.
He's giving
I
offside.
can't. I was offside. Okay.
Oh, jeez. I guess, yeah, he came from an offside position to win it back, but they're being very diligent with that one. It's not the
Oh,
most
jeez.
obvious one you've ever seen. They were being very diligent there.
Luckily for Arsenal. Go on, go on. I just want us to be in the front foot. Because when they're on us like this, we can quickly transition on them. Son jumping in the defensive line, helping us out. Kulu trying to get in their faces. Stand them up, stand them up. All right, now block in, now block. Someone needs to be closer to Party there.
Oh no, Martinelli.
Good
Can he
defending.
get through?
Good defending. Good defending. Oh, go on, Richie.
Richie.
Hold it up. Well done. Look out. Give it. Come on. He does well to get those free kick, though. He does well. He does win. Yep. Go on. Go on. Rattle Rice. That's it.
Don't. Oh, please.
Play on, man.
You gave him a
Referee,
chance,
man.
Richie. You gave him a chance,
You're
man.
going to book him.
He's
book
wanting
him.
him to go.
Don't
Rich, he's like, let's go.
Oh, the
Oh,
referee's
my
been a
God.
donut. Slowing down. You know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Look, now he's trying to be a nice guy. Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Come on, man. Play the advantage, man. Slows the
Jesus.
game down.
But now the ref's asking everybody get on. What do you mean, man? We're all waiting on you.
Exactly. Idiot, man. Idiot.
Johnson, that's a foul.
Free kick. Free kick.
Thank you.
Something's going our way, isn't it? At least one of the things are going our way. Jeez. Referees are so jarring, man. 15 minutes, lads, to do it. 15 minutes. Come on. We need to get a goal now. Now's the time. Then we just go for it. We throw the kitchen sink in the last 10 minutes. Come on. Come on, boys. We need a decent quality cross. Poro's got that in him. Set piece. Can we do it? Romero, he looks dangerous. Been looking dangerous all game. Let's go. Come on.
Pedro. Can Romero get all our goals today?
Pride. Header? Anyone? Anything on it?
No one. No one there.
Just behind it.
It was behind everyone. It was behind everyone. Feels like
so
Romero's
annoying.
going to be the only one to score for us today.
Yeah.
He's going to get all our goals. He's going to get a hat trick. He's going to.
Absolute monster.
He's the most likely to score, it seems, today. He's been very far forward too. Like sometimes you wonder, it's Pedro Porro actually back there, not Romero.
Yeah, that's right. And
Brendan Johnson.
Can he whip a box? Can he whip it in?
Oh, sir, that's a foul. He's probably stuck his leg out, I guess. Get there, Kulu.
Go on, Kulu.
Good foul.
Nah, he's gonna win a foul.
Good foul.
He's gonna win a foul.
Good foul.
Yellow card.
Good foul.
100%.
It looks like that was a foul though on Johnson, unless Johnson must have died, unless he dived.
Yeah, the pace there of Martinelli, I think that was. Was it a foul?
It looked like it was, but unless he pulled his leg out.
Yeah, I think maybe that might be what it was.
But I'm not surprised. Oliver seems, like he's grimacing every time he has to blow his whistle to give us one. It's like he's taking cough medicine each time. He's just grimacing before he has to blow a whistle for us.
That man want the Cinderella story. That's what it is. They want a Cinderella story. They want Arsenal to do it. Go on, free ball. He was on. Someone's through the middle. Why do we hesitate when he does that? I don't get it. Take a gamble. We could get there.
It's Romero, the one who, is the only one trying to make those line-breaking passes at times.
Yeah.
In the middle. Basuma, what can he do? He's looking for someone to come short.
He was looking. But no, he was also the movement. I just want to see a run. Make a run.
Static.
Just make a curve. Make a out to, literally, see Richarlison at the top of the screen. I just want him to run across the box. Just run across the box now. Run across. Give an angle. And then someone could be at the back and the penalty spot, running in late.
Well done, Johnson. Back post. God, they've just gotten it way too close to Raya every time.
And it's happening every time. We keep doing this type of, hanging the ball up in the air. It's easy for them to catch. It's easy for them to defend. We need to it's the front line. They need to make the run across the box. That's what I mean. The angled run, if you're just standing there waiting for it, he has to cross it over. And then it has to be a looping cross because it has to be a header type of chance instead of being a ball across the face of the box. All right, we win a header back. And yep, there it is. Nice though, he's got it. I'm confident. Yeah,
well
go
done,
on now. Now we can
well
go
done,
in the transition.
Poro, see Kulu.
Kulu's there.
Okay, ball over the top to Johnson. I like it. Get there.
That's it. Good. Well done. There we go. Head up. Go on.
Well done, Johnson.
Left foot.
Clipped.
Head up!
Man, into Raya. How many have he hit into his hands? It's way too floaty.
No, that's the only time I would want a left footer there to strike it. I know he's right footed, but if we had someone on the wing that was left footed, is to come inside and then shoot on the left.
Oh,
Because these hang up balls ain't working.
yeah, it's just
Could
way
he
too
done
floaty. It's way too much. He's dangling
Yeah,
it
way
out way
too
too
much.
much.
You know what I would like to see? Look, Saka, look, trying to run down the clock. What I would like to see is him play like a diagonal. You know, when he came on the inside, do a diagonal pass. You know, one of those reverse passes, diagonal across the box, not across the box, but into that, like towards that 6-yard box where someone makes a run across. That's what I thought he could have done, rather than whipping it into the box, because it's just too predictable to read. "10 minutes, man. Can we be creative enough to create another chance?" Come on. Big kick. Can we look after it? It's got to be a foul for us. No? No? Don't want to give it to us, Michael? All right, cool. Cool story, bro.
No, but we're gonna blow this one.
It's a dangerous position as well, Ben Davies. Not there, man. Not there. Yellow card for Ben Davies for his challenge on Saka. Saka's just staying down.
Ben Davies is having such a bad game. It looks like he's been losing his hair progressively throughout this game because it's looking thinner and thinner and thinner.
Literally.
Poor guy. Going through the same thing right now, everybody. You know, I'd recommend biotin. You know, a bit of him spray works as well. It looks like he's progressively losing his hair. It's getting thinner and thinner.
Get that
B12. This is why we needed Emerson. Another reason why I wanted Emerson on. The hairline is immaculate from Emerson. It's actually perfection.
100 women.
There's not a follicle missing with Emerson. He actually has to get a haircut every week.
Get some castor oil on it. There we go. Catch it. No, catch it like Raya was doing. Raya's been catching it.
Can we win this here? It's a bad ball. Come on, let's get the counter.
Second.
God, man, if we won that second ball there, it's a good counter.
The reason why I like the catch as well, because some people prefer a punch. I prefer a catch because then at least we can hold on to it. We hold on to the possession. Another free kick. I knew it. It's just playing like everything. It's given to Arsenal. He wants Arsenal to have that title, man. I'm telling you, man. Everything. Jeez. It's crazy, man.
Second half has been very dull.
It's being arse, man. It's being very arse. Proper cheeks. I wouldn't call it arse, call it cheeks. Ass cheeks. Oh, man. Set piece. And we defend it. Well done.
Martinelli.
And counter. Well done, son. Get it out your feet.
Good touch. Sir.
No, it's going to be a foul. Go on. Quick.
It's a yellow.
Let's look out here. Quick. Go.
Someone make a run in behind.
Run on the outside. Please. Just run forward, though. Further forward, son. Further forward. Get in that final pocket.
Everyone's jogging around. There's no panic in this team whatsoever, lads. Show some fight.
It's gone.
Show some energy, boys.
That's the thing about watching football. You can't get on the pitch. You can't do anything about it. It's just, I know what needs to happen.
Come on, Basuma, in the SAR. Good idea.
Bouncing. Steed it on the floor there. But yeah, good idea it was. Don't foul him. Win it back there. Win it. They're going to just try and drop to the floor. Have we got that? Yep, we got it. All right, everyone in that half.
Mickey.
Everyone. All they want to do is counter us. We just need to throw the kitchen sink. I don't care. Just go for it, lads. So hot now. This is it. This is the time. Come on, you Spurs. Come on.
Johnson.
Go on, Johnson. He's been crowded out, man. He needs runners off him,
everybody was showing him inside.
He needs runners off him. If he needs to be 1v1, he needs someone on the outside to make that run. Or do an underlapping run. Underlapping runs work.
Sar, can you whip in a good one? Yeah!
Oh, Romero! Oh.
Sir!
Nothing.
They're all asking for a penalty. They're screaming at Oliver. I mean, why is he? He's never going to give you anything, this guy. Ben Davies asking for one. That's in Araya's hands. That's in Araya's hands. Jeez, lads. How many times will it take us to learn?
We won't learn. We won't, bro. It's jarring. Same thing every time. He does kick him.
The nuts.
Oof.
I've seen that being given a penalty a lot of recent. That's been a penalty a lot.
Oof.
I've seen that being given a penalty a lot these days.
Boom.
That's been given a
Doesn't get the
penalty a
ball.
lot these days.
Doesn't get the ball at all. He's looking at it. It's
Is
gone
he
to
going to the
VAR.
monitor?
Going to the monitor. We might
Oh,
get
we're giving a
something.
penalty. Giving our second penalty of the season. Here we
Second
are.
of the season. Can
Out
you
of all the
imagine?
ones, we haven't been given, this is the one. Oh my lord, the gods are
Listen,
shining on us. We are being given a penalty.
You can't make this up.
I mean, it's not been given yet. You know, Oliver's gonna find a way. He's gonna find a way not to give it to us.
Hey, come on.
Finally, a penalty. A penalty. I can't believe. Ash, I have to wipe my eyes. A penalty.
Oliver's
I
like,
don't
damn
even.
it.
I feel like I've forgotten what a penalty is at this stage of the season. I forgot that you're allowed to even be given those. I didn't even know we are allowed to be given these.
Jeez, the fans look nervous and just walking around in the technical area. Some might have his first penalty of the season to add to his tally. Can the captain step up?
That's hilarious,
and get
though,
us
that
back
Oliver
in?
did see Davies just get absolutely kicked in the nuts right in front of him,
Yeah,
and he still didn't
exactly.
want to give it.
I didn't want to give it.
Didn't want to
I
give
think
it. He
he's
was like,
working for that, bro.
it's so obvious how much they don't want to give us a pen. He
don't
just
wanna give us
watched
nothing,
Davies
bro.
just get assaulted in the family
That
jewels.
goal was not offside. I don't care what anyone says, bro. That goal was not offside, bro. This should be 3-2, and right now it should be getting to 3-3 if he scores, man. Come on, Sonny. Give him the eyes, man. Come on. Son Heung-min, Son Perry-on, Son
Come on,
Senado.
Sunster.
Big game moments. Here we go.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Can we get
Pick your
it?
corner
Can we make the
and go for
comeback?
power. Pick your corner and go for power. Let's go. Come on, Spurs. Come on, Spurs. Please, Spurs. Come on. Please, please. Come on, Sonny.
Can we make the
Come on,
comeback
Sonny.
here?
Come on, Sonny. Come on, Sonny. This
Give
gets
us that
back in it.
chance,
Come on,
Sonny.
Come
Give
on,
us
Sonny.
that
Come on,
moment to
Sonny. Come on,
dream.
Sonny.
Yes, what it
Yes!
carries it.
Come on,
Back of the net.
Buffett!
Come on. There you go,
Back
Sonny.
in it.
Come on.
One moment of hope. Come on.
Back of the net. There you go,
Come on.
baby.
Power. It's too much power. That's what I said. Pick your spot. Power.
Great finish. Arteta pointing at his eyeballs, pointing at his head. Better be nervous. You know he's shitting himself.
Yes. Come on.
Oh, you know Arteta's losing it inside. You know he is. Come on. Come on, lads.
Come on, boys. Heart
Just
determination.
leave it on the pitch here. Just leave it all on the pitch here. Grab
Leave it
this
on the
third.
pitch now.
Leave it
Go
all
for it.
on.
Come on. Come on. This is when I want to hear the fans, though. I want to hear the fans.
Oh my
Rice is
God! Look
shouting
at these
his
mentality
teammates.
monster idiots. Come on, please, everybody. Let's
Let
grab
them
these
bottle
third.
it. Come
Grab
on.
this
I
third.
would love them to bottle it right now. Come on. Come on, Spurs. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Oliver's going to do everything now. Everything.
Don't get involved, Rich. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Don't get
Brazilian
involved.
versus
Don't
Brazilian.
get
He's smart.
involved.
He's smart. Brazilian versus Brazilian.
Don't get involved. Come on.
What happens? Okay. Shoulder to shoulder. Then he goes to the face. So then he goes down.
What are we doing, man?
He said, "Oh, my face." He goes, "Oh, my face too." Oh, my
Richie,
face
what are we
too.
doing, man? What are we doing? Don't waste time.
Bro,
Man.
he's like
Don't
tick
waste
for
time.
tack, bro. You went to
Don't
my
give them
face,
that
bro.
time. Don't give them that excuse to waste time, man. Let's go.
Exactly. It's true. It's true. Listen, as long as they push up on the pitch, there's more chance of us for countering. Look, they're trying to park the bus. Is that Kivio coming on?
Oh, Lo Celso came on. When did he come on?
Wow. When did yeah, for real? When
Why
did
do we
Lo
never?
Celso
I feel
come
like that's
on?
been a thing this season. That's been a thing this season where I feel like half the substitutes I never even get to see come on, but every other team substitutes we always get to see come on. When did Lo
parking the
Celso
bus.
come on?
Yeah, I wonder who did he come on for? Let me have a look.
And also Madison was taken off a while ago, but I wonder
Yeah,
for
that's
who.
what I said. Kulusevski was in that position.
Yeah,
That's where it was.
Davies
So,
finally off.
yeah, Davies off. All right, cool. So
Lo
we're going for a
Celso.
back three, yeah?
I'd rather have him at left back. Sonny
Come on, boys. Come on. Come on.
out wide. Mickey Van de Ven.
Let's make
You
your
gotta
time.
have
Let's
to
make your
engage here,
time.
lads. You have to engage. You
make
have
your
to force him. Well done, Basuma. Oh,
Corner. Is it goal kick? Corner.
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 come
I
on
was
here.
hoping more. Hoping more. Switch on now. Now is the time to switch on because we could hit them from a counter. We've been doing okay in the second half from set pieces. So let's switch on. And this is where we need it. Come on, boys. Come on. can't lose at home, man. Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Don't tell. Oh my God, nearly another one, man.
You
We
know
were
my
so
heart picked up my
bad
mouth.
at set
My,
pieces. We were
hey, my
so
battery
bad.
went. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my.
I'm
Hey,
losing my mind.
listen. I thought it was gonna be a no goal. I was like, yikes.
Oh my God, we are so bad at set pieces.
Hearts are beating. Like they're just trying to waste time, trying to get to that 90-minute mark. How much time added on? At least 6.
If they gave 6 in the first half, at least give us 7. It's got to be
I
7.
agree. Come on.
Oh,
Come
of
on.
course, 6 again.
Typical. Isn't it?
That seemed very. Oh my Lord, it's not easy.
Catch it, bro.
Please.
Catch it, bro. Catch it, man. All right, go, go,
Come
go, go,
on,
go, go,
Pedro,
go,
you
go,
got to
go, go,
move
go,
it.
go, 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 go.
Let's go. Kulu.
Go. Second balls now. Second. Yes. Come on. Let's go. Last 6 minutes. Come on. Let's go. Composure. Composure.
Come on,
Composure now.
boys.
Heads on. Everything into this
Basuma.
midfield. Get into the midfield.
See,
Get
get
into
rid
the
of it,
midfield.
man. And Nassar.
Switch it out.
See Sonny.
Switch it out to Sonny. Sonny's there.
He's asking for it. Jeez, why do we
All
have
right.
to dribble
Outside
it all
run.
the way over?
Outside run. If you're not going to underlap, outside run. Go on. Go on back into the midfield. Switch
Basuma.
across. Pull them apart now. Put them apart. There we go. Look
Poro.
after it. Someone make the outside run. Someone make
Please.
the outside run.
Cesar.
There's people in the midfield.
Mickey. Romero and Richie in the box here.
Got to go in at some point.
Sonny, whip it in now. Take him on.
Go on. Take him on. Take him on. Take him on. Almost sold him a dream.
Kulu. Please. Come on now.
Come on.
Eventually, you got to get the ball in the box.
Come on, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
Richie!
Every
It's so
time,
dang. It's
every
floating in the
time.
air way too long.
Every
We haven't even
time.
given him a chance.
It's because we're hanging it up. We're hanging it up. Oh.
Just keep letting those crosses hang way too long in the air. Need to give
We need
ourselves
to
a
put a bit
chance
of
to
pace
win
on
them.
it. We put a bit of pace in that box when we whipping those balls in, and then it could cause the keeper. Ask him a question. Maybe he punches it.
Oh, don't let it bounce. Well done, sorry. Oh, please. Has he given that as a foul? Has he given that as a foul? What? Jeez, man. These refs.
Trust me. Listen, they're shameless. These officials are shameless. And again, it's another set piece we have to defend. It's
It's
just
the
so
softest
draining.
foul as well. It's just the softest foul in the 90th minute. You've decided to give him that. And also, it's not even the main ref. It's literally, it's the lino. It's the lino
so
is blowing it
annoying.
up. It's
I
not
just-
even over. It's the lino.
Can't believe this one. Oh, this is so. Oh man, I can't believe this. It's gonna waste time. Look. Spurs throw. 3 minutes left, bro. 3.5 minutes left. I can't believe they only gave us 6 minutes, though, man. Come on, anyway. It is what it is. Come on, let's go. Get up the pitch. Down the line it goes. Looks after it. Richie,
Well done, Richie.
hold it up into
Come on, Kulu.
Run, make
Kulu,
the
you
run.
got to
make
get
the
rid of
run,
it, man.
Please.
There you go,
Oh,
Rich.
for goodness sake, make the run. Someone make the run
There
for
you
the
go,
middle, though.
Richie. Thank you,
Thank
Rich.
you.
Get us
All
up the
right,
pitch
thank
now.
Well done. Well done. Ah, jeez. Get the ball in the box.
Come on, lads.
Last 3 minutes. Come on.
Gio. Oh, I hate his free kicks, but can he get something in here?
I thought Poro might be able to in-swing it.
Yeah, that'd be
I don't know.
Poro. Gio wants to take it, though. In swinger. Can he do it?
Header? Anything?
Oh, that's out for a corner. Can we get another
Come on,
penalty?
Spurs. Come on.
They're appealing for another
Come
one.
on, Spurs. Come on. Please, man.
They're
Come
appealing
on,
for
bro.
another
Come
one
on,
here.
please. Please. Come on. We need this. Header in the box, in the goal. Now. That's what we need. Come on, Tottenham. Be brave. Everyone forward.
Whip it in now.
Curry got up for it. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Sir!
Oh, man.
Sir!
Come on, Mr.
Something was happening in the penalty area.
Let's go. Let's go. On to the next one. Into the midfield.
Get rid of it, Gio.
Lovely, lovely. Head up. Give it to him. Quicker, quicker. 2 minutes left. Come on, quick.
Come on, lads.
Come
Sonny.
on, boys. Come on, boys. Don't lose it. Just don't lose it. Whatever happens, just don't lose it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. That's it. Keep
Pape.
holding it. Don't lose it. There we
Mickey.
go. Go on.
Get it
Alright,
wide
we
to
need it.
Sonny, man.
Come on, boys.
Into Basuma.
Switch across. Come on.
Into Mickey.
Let's
Kulu
go.
now.
Everything on the line. Last 90 seconds. Come on, boys. We can do this. Come on. Keep moving it. Keep moving it. Keep moving it. Go on. Look, the run's there from Poro. Poro's making that
Got to
run.
whip it in now.
Then
Got
look,
to get into the box. There you go,
there it
Sonny.
is. Cut
There
back.
you go.
Cut back.
Oh!
Oh, no. Go on. Have a shot. Have a shot. Have a shot. Have a shot. Referee. It's
Oh,
all
too
over him.
much thinking.
Referee's all over him.
Too much thinking.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well done by Mickey.
Well done, man.
Well done, Mickey.
Come on. Come
What a
on. Come on.
beast.
Come on. Last minute. Come on. Come on.
Come on, lads.
Come on, lads. Come on, boys.
Come on, Sar.
Come on.
We
Someone
need to
make that
get
run.
into
Someone
Sonny
make that
again. We
run.
just need to keep doing that. We haven't done that enough this game. Get it down the byline. Get into the box.
Make a diagonal run. Someone make a run. Just a little run. Just a little force run to take
Kulu.
the players away. 'Cause it's congested there.
There you go.
Go on.
Madison
Go on,
tripping up. Get in the box, Johnson. You had a chance.
Go on.
Get it
Just a
in.
face across. Anywhere.
Back post,
Now
Richie!
head it back. Oh, corner. Yes. Come on, boys. Last one. Last loon. Last attack of the game. Come
Whip
on.
it in now.
Come on, boys. Up the lads. Come
Less
on,
that
Spurs.
piece
This is it.
here.
No, now or never. Come on, Spurs. Come on. Yes,
Vicario's
That's
up.
what I wanted before, bro. On their keeper.
Yeah,
Stop their
push
keeper
their
from coming up.
keeper. Left that. Vic on theirs.
Yeah.
Chase their own.
Anything.
Oh, terrible ball.
Oh, have a shot.
Terrible ball. Sonny.
Go
Kulu,
on,
great
go on,
touch.
Go on. In the box.
Oh, no. You let it get across you.
Come on. Still there. Come on. Hurry, quick. In the box. Anything in the box. Whip it.
Oh, please. Not again.
Too much.
Not again.
For fuck's sake,
Why
we've lost
again?
it. We've
It's
lost it.
over. Fuck's
Give the lead
sake.
to them. No!
Fuck's sake.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh. This is it, man. I still think that was I don't think it was an offside, bro. I'll keep it 100, but still. Oh, that's so hard. 3-2 at home, bro. Oh, own goal from Hoiberg. You can't make these things up, man. We just
It's
set
really just
pieces.
we were so dreadful.
Oh.
We were so dreadful in the goals that we conceded
Ben
that
Davis.
it was too much of
Oh.
a tall order, too much of an ask to get ourselves back in the game. We also even missed, the good chances to get ourselves back in the game in the first half anyways. Romero missed chances. We know as well some others too that ended up coming our way. Also as well, with Sonny. Sonny missed a very good chance, with that clear-cut one. And then also, I feel like in the second half, we didn't really even create enough chances as much as we did in the first. I think we created more in the first than we even did in the second.
Yeah, second half wasn't good enough.
We didn't get the ball into the box enough. Richarlison was there, but he just kept dangling them in front of Raya just to catch them. It was keeping practice, really, for him. It's just crossing, it's catching practice, really.
Yeah,
It was
he was able
it's
to
just
read those
embarrassing.
crosses.
It's embarrassing to go 3-0 down like that. I'm, brave to the boys to come back in the way that they have. I don't think their heads completely dropped. I think they did drop at certain stages, but they did battle to come back. It wasn't as bad as I think the 2-0 last season under Conte. I think that was worse, but this is still just not acceptable. It's 2 years in a row now. It's 2 years in a row. It's 2 years in a row getting beat at home.
I can't believe that.
It's really gross to watch. I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, I don't watch it, bro. To straight off. When I saw them run into their fans, I said, no way am I watching that. Oh, man, the pain, bro. Oh, it's horrific. Oh, phone is going to go on mute for a little bit at least. But, yeah, man, what can we say, man? Like, it all starts from the lineup, doesn't it? Because...
Yeah, I think it does, Ash. I think it does start with the lineup for me. I think Højbjerg was a mistake to play today.
Yeah,
I don't think he
100%.
did anything in possession that he has in other games to really influence it. He wasn't really moving the ball quick enough. He makes mistakes when put under pressure. When you give him time on the ball, I think he is a better player when you give him that time because he can hurt you. But when he's put under pressure, he wasn't nearly as good as he has in other games. And then Davies did get exposed. Just the more the game went on, the more he was getting exposed. And the goal that he did end up conceding is what we kind of envisioned. Ball over the top, down his side. It's not even the first time we've seen that when he's played these games. They do it to Udogie. They do it to Porro. They're definitely going to do it to Davies. That ball down the flank, over the top, and he just got destroyed in that one-on-one situation there. And then later on, I think after that, he lost the confidence in himself, and he was giving Saka more and more space. Luckily, Saka, I don't think, had the best of games even, so we didn't have to get punished as much as we probably should have. But I think what's more disappointing too, Ash, is the lineup that he went with probably contributed to it, but set pieces just continuing to be Spurs' just worst attribute. Like, we probably are the worst team in the league when it comes to defending them. And then in the second half, were we even that much better? Like, I think we made a good effort to come back into the game, but I felt like we should have seen more in the second half. I thought we were a better team, weirdly, in the first half, despite conceding 3 goals. I thought we were actually better in possession and better at creating chances in the first half than we were in the second. The second was a little frustrating. Felt like a little dull at times from the team.
I can't believe we took off Bentancur. I really can't believe we took Bentancur off. That for me was criminal. Because the game, other than Kulusevski, the way they were controlling the midfield, passing, looking after the ball, Bentancur's first thought was always, can I get the ball forward? He was taking risks on the ball. And like for him to come off, I was just like, it's got to be injury. So I'm waiting to hear some news on that, keeping Højbjerg on the pitch. I just thought, and then I thought in the second half, they got to grips of the game a lot more. And they were playing a lot. They had the central midfield, the part in that middle of the pitch. Centrally, they were dominating in that second half, especially in the early periods. And Arteta definitely tweaked something where they got more control of the game. I don't know if it was because Tomiyasu was inverting a bit more, and that made them have one extra midfielder in a double pivot, and gave them something where we couldn't really get a glove on them.
No.
We could get a foothold of the game, but for me, like, yeah, I just wanted to see runners. I kept saying it, runners off the ball, and we wasn't making those runs. When we had the ball, we had all the possession in the world against Arsenal. In fact, like, we pretty much, I'd say the first half we pretty much dominated. Second half they got into it, but I think we dominated both halves, I would say, more or less. I think they had like attacking moments where they were looking dangerous and we weren't looking as sharp as in the first half. But I could split the second half into 2 halves. The first half of the second half, I think they had the better.
Yeah.
And then the second half of the second half, I felt we came into our own and we started pushing up, especially when we made those substitutions. Johnson, for me, on the right, was taking his man on. He was attempting to take his man on, but it's just that the delivery wasn't there for me. But
Yeah.
I also attribute that to the forward line not making those diagonal runs so he could spray it across the box. He had to hang it up because by the time he went to cross it, he had to kind of, defenders were back already. So the only option he had to was hang it up in the air. And then
I know what you mean.
Raya, credit to Raya, Raya's able to read it because he's able to read it and he catches it. He doesn't punch it. He catches it each time and he takes the pressure off the centre backs by doing so.
Yeah.
Even looking at again, just looking at some of the performances from Son going out to the left hand side, Richie coming on. I thought Richie did really well in the hold up. He got us up the pitch. He was winning fouls for us, winning free kicks for us, and I just felt that we just looked a bit better in our shape. That's what most fans wanted to start with Richarlison up top,
Yeah.
with Son out wide. So we go back to Ange again. It's on Ange on that one.
Yeah.
on
And
the lineup.
that's what I think plenty of people are saying in the chat, really, is like, if only Ange had really picked the right players from the beginning, maybe we would have given ourselves a better chance actually in this game. I don't even think like the system was even that wrong. Like, there have been actually other games where I think we have been exposed more on the counterattack and exposed more like in the way that we try to play. Arsenal, like I said, I think they're a very good team. I don't really think they had to do all that much to end up winning this game because we sort of just forfeited it and kind of handed it over to them very quickly, with just being really soft and having that very soft underbelly with corners, set pieces, of course, but even the goal that we ended up conceding, down Ben Davies' side was just a very soft and easy goal kind of to concede, in a sense, kind of against the run of play, really, considering how many, chances we were creating, or at least how much we were in their half. I understand, right? Like, possession isn't everything, but it did feel like, we were game managing it quite well. We were in their final third, often, causing them problems, testing them. I don't really feel like Arsenal in that first half really caused us enough problems to warrant being 3-0 up. But the reason they were
Yeah.
3-0 up is just because we shot ourselves in the foot kind of three
Yeah.
separate times and just sort of gave it to them. Whereas in the
Spurs being
second
Spurs.
half, Arsenal probably should have went and probably won at 5-0. Like they probably in the second half, they had 2 or 3 good chances there to just go and take the game away from us, and they didn't, and then let us back into the game. And Romero, credit to him, who's probably deserves a special
Yeah.
shout out as maybe the best player on the pitch,
100%.
really, of any Spurs
100%.
player. He was
The
amazing.
amount of ground he gruffered as well. It wasn't just like defensive third, but attacking third. He sniffed out danger. We saw how we kind of switched off. Our player was beaten down the side by Ben Davies, was beaten down the side, and it got cut across. I think it was Odegaard was in the box, fell to him, and then Romero saw that and he snuffed it out. And there was chances like he was doing ball splitting passes through the defensive line of Arsenal, passing it forward in that midfield area, getting adventurous. Actually, yeah, actually got the goal for us as well. Let's talk about that. Like, does well to kind of read the play, intercepts the ball from Raya, and gets the goal. But yeah, true 10 out of 10. Like, he could have had a hat trick. He could have scored 4 goals, like you said. He hit the post. He went wide in the first half. He's
Could
had
have
a
scored
chance
3 in the
to-
first half. I think then could have scored more in the second. It also feels like
Exactly.
to me though, Ash, Romero at these times, like people seem to love to criticize him for being that overly aggressive type player. But in these sort of games, actually, when we are asking for somebody to show that passion, show that
Yeah.
grit, and when you and I were saying like somebody's got to put a challenge in, somebody's got to win the ball back for us, you see Romero is willing to just, easily, be that guy. Will take on that burden, will bravely throw his body in there to try to get the ball back. The guy I think does bleed, for this club, more so, than maybe players have in the past, I think, in this defense, to be honest, because Romero really did show, I think, how much he does care, because he had a great game, but also I think, at times when everybody else's heads were dropping, he was still, throwing in, those challenges, still anticipating danger, still playing those line-breaking passes, was a real leader out there. Jerome saying, should have been 3-3 today, boys. We got robbed
Yeah.
by VAR. Ash, I mean, we
Robbed.
haven't brought that up yet, because I think this first thing you have to do, at least in
I'll
my
put it on
opinion,
my
we didn't
screen.
play well enough, so I think we had to address some of the negatives and address, what we did wrong today. But some are saying in the chat they felt like if that VAR decision, was the other way. Do you feel like it wasn't offside? What do you think?
I'm looking at it. It's just, bro, I can't tell, man. I'm just like, it's just whether the VAR wants to give it to us or not. And I'm like, give it to the attacking team. Give us the advantage. We're at home. I'm looking at the line now. It's just, there's nothing in it. There's
Got to
literally
really
nothing
zoom
in
into
it.
Gabriel's bum there, I guess, to
Yeah,
make
there's
sure.
nothing in it. Because I even see his hand. When I'm zooming into it, I can even see his hand sticking out a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It's his arse and his hand. So I'm like, well, they give him the advantage. What are they saying? Is his shoulder? I don't know where they're drawing the line from. Because I can only see his foot. I can see his foot. I can't see Van der Ven's foot. So if I'm marking the line from his foot, like it's just so like it depends how you want to mark it up. I just honestly think they want that fairy tale for Arsenal. They're tired of seeing Man City. There's a massive narrative going around like we're gonna be a farmers league of us. It's gonna be boring if Man City win again. Blah blah blah. So they're not giving it like that was a good goal from Van der Ven. Both our defenders scoring, getting on the score sheet. I just so annoying, man. I was
Yeah.
so frustrated at that point. Like I said, oh, it's not gonna be our game, man. The ref
Yeah,
weren't
did
giving
feel that
anything
way.
for us, man.
It did feel
Michael
that way because that
Oliver.
was off the back of good play. Like I think we had
Yeah,
responded really well, right? After
yeah.
going down, we responded really well and quickly got back that second goal where the momentum was sort of back in our favor. I think it was kind of deserved as well, that equalizer. And I agree with you. The fact that then it was taken away from us, you get that sneaky feeling where you're like, geez, again, is it just one of those bad sort of omens, those bad sort of days, where you just know it's going to be made even harder for you. Yeah, I agree with you there. And Jerome, I think maybe some of you might have agreed with the 3-3. Not a pretty 3-3, though, so not one where I'd exactly give ourselves, a ton of compliments. But still, though, we caused them problems, and it's just frustrating that we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot in the way we did. Realistically, Jerome, with all the chances missed and also all the chances that we just sort of, or the goals that we gave them, I can't even tell you what the score really should have been. It's just the 3-3 is or even a 3-2. I don't even know. It's the fairest reflection. Just, it's a funny game, this one, because, a lot of the chances that were missed and then the chances that, did end up going in the back of the net, it's funny how it ended up as a 3-2. Adrian Chia saying, tough watch, some reprieve for Basuma, at least. I think he did fine when he came out, Ash. I think defensively, too, he was better than Højbjerg was. And you feel like, Dave has been saying this, he's not on right now, but, I like Højbjerg. I just didn't think that he should be playing these last few games because we know where his heart's at. It's not with Spurs anymore. He wants out of here. And then Basuma, for some reason, I don't know why, but I think has been scapegoated a lot for some of the goals that we've conceded and just kind of the general problems with creativity he's being scapegoated with. I don't really get it. He's one guy. He's one man. He can't do literally everything in that midfield. There are other midfielders that can help out, like James Maddison, for example.
Let's talk about Maddison.
Yeah, what do you think? Another game where he hasn't shown up, would you say?
Yeah, I think there's times when you need to your talisman, not your talisman, but your playmaker to get on the ball, to make things happen, to pick balls out from deep. Like he did it once, but didn't find his man. But I just didn't see that enough. Just getting on the ball and being assertive, like say, give me the game, I'm going to be the man. He had a shot off target in the first half. Very few incidents I can remember what Maddison did to affect the game, in my opinion. And so, like, as much as stick as Basuma's getting, like Maddison's not getting, I don't feel like the same heat. People are questioning Maddison, but he's not getting scapegoated at all. Do you know what I'm saying? So if we're going to give that same energy to Basuma, I think we should give the same energy to Maddison. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, totally. So, and that's what we've been saying, is that it feels like Maddison's getting away with it while Basuma's getting a lot of the slack and a lot of the heat for an underperforming midfield. I completely agree with you, and I think you should be wearing that Basuma kit proudly. Once again, Adrian Chia, maybe not today because of yet again another North London derby loss, but in general, I think the Basuma, fan club should be proud of themselves. Martin Knightsbridge saying tough to take, but 3-0 down cost us. That's where I felt like, Ash, where no matter how well we played, it's a tall order to get back from 3-0 down in North London derby. Why are you doing that to yourselves, right? Like you can play out of your skin. It doesn't matter. Like you still might not get back into the game because not any team is, especially a team at the top of the league. Even these guys, they really tried, it looked like, to let us back into the game, Arsenal, but it's a tall ask to get back into it. That Højbjerg OG, that Højbjerg own goal really haunts me because
if was on the pitch, that doesn't happen. Like I'm looking at the statistics, and we had an expected goal, so the chances that we had on goal was in average was a 2.37. So we had great opportunities on the goal. We had more chances to kind of get in their faces and score, and most of them, obviously, as you know, was probably in the first half. But it's saying that in the stats. All right, in the second half. The second half is saying that we had the better chances, expected goals in the second half on the face of it. But again, 62% of possession. So we dominated Arsenal. First half was 72, second half was 52%. So Arsenal came back in it in the second half. But in terms of shots, we had 2 shots in the second half on target, and he had 1. We had 6 total shots and 5 total shots. So it's nothing to be sniffed at the second half, even though they did come into it. First half, obviously, was completely dominant. We were 8 shots total. They had 4. They had the 2 on target, obviously, those were the goals. And we had 4 off target, 4 blocked as well. And we have more corners than them as well. So statistically, like, if you looked at it, take the goals out of it, which is hard to because this is a game of football. It's about winning. It's hard to kind of accept this 3-2 loss, seeing that we dominated, so much of the game.
Yeah.
Second half, still proud of it. It wasn't the best second half, but still proud of it. And Romero missing those chances that he had, and VDV. That offside was the difference, wasn't it? And
yeah,
it is what it is. The stats tell you everything you need to, but
it comes down to those individual moments, though, doesn't it? Where I think, and I'll continue to say it and probably continue to annoy people, but the phrase of "we were our own worst enemy" today, I think, really rings true. Not only defensively, but like this whole season, Ash, we have complained about us not being ruthless in the final third. The fact that we're kind of relying on Romero to be our best finisher today, I think really shows, right? Like he had all of the good chances to score, and then there were some other forwards, but I think they don't take their chances either. So it's just been very, very, very frustrating. I mean, Sonny too, right? He had a clear-cut, chance right in front of goal, skies it. it's just been a problem with us this season, I think, where we are our own worst enemy, where we even had chances to get back into the game and they were gifted to us. Even in some cases, they were kind of gifted to us by Arsenal and we just didn't even take them. Whereas I guess they took theirs, or at least when we were gifting them the goals, they took it. Um,
Yeah,
it's
it's the set pieces has been our downfall all season, and a lot of people are calling for Ange because we haven't addressed that. So some people are saying they're not taking it no more. It's set pieces. We need to address that. Like, what's going on here? Like, no more excuses. The biggest game of the season for us, and what's been our undoing? The set pieces. I'm seeing a clip here now, and there's a clip of Havertz, and he's actually in the back of, I think it's Mickey van der Ven. I think he's pushing him in the back, and I think that's not picked up in that goal in that moment. I haven't had a chance to properly look at it, but that's something I'm just seeing across the web right now. But Oliver was not on our side. Me, I don't like to talk about referees. I prefer to talk about the game, but it is what it is, man. You,
yeah,
you can see it blatantly, bro. You
yeah.
could, I would like to hear the talk as well, like what behind what they're saying with the PGMO, the
Yeah.
FA. I want to see what's going on with that because I just felt like
Yeah.
they've handed them the league, man. They've literally, well, I don't say handed them the league because the league's still not theirs. I always said that if they beat us, they go on to win it, but I still believe in City. I still think City
I think they'll
will
get the
still win the
job
league.
done. It's just they
Yeah.
definitely felt like a lot of the decisions weren't let's say gifted to us in this game. Dark Sun G, big up Dark Sun G. Appreciate you putting on a brave face and still being with us. And he says unlucky own goal, offside goal, and then Cootie unlucky with the headers. Cootie was very unlucky with some of them. I think the one off the that flick header that just barely missed, the post. I was just like certain that was heading into the back of the net and it just somehow slipped wide. The one he hit kind of off the post, I feel like he should have scored. And then the other ones, yeah, like he's probably unlucky there and is doing the right thing and got very close to the target on a lot of them, got very close to it. It's just, yeah, probably unlucky. And then with Højbjerg, Dark Zone G, I don't know. Like, I think it's an unlucky own goal for us as fans and for us, watching this game. But for Højbjerg, I'm not going to show much sympathy because I didn't even want him to play to begin with, Dark Sunji. I like him. I do protect him. But today I cannot. I thought he was dreadful. Wasn't good in possession. Wasn't good defensively. And then when you're looking for that experience or whatever that he should bring and that bit of composure that you think he would bring, he didn't show any of it in that corner. He just scored a bullet header into his own goal, which then I think bred that sort of nerves and that anxiety really into the rest of the team for the rest of the set pieces from afterwards, from then on. So Højbjerg for me, Dark Sunji, I'm very disappointed in him today. Just one of the players I think needed to be dragged off immediately. And the offside goal was very unlucky, right? Because Gabriel, to me, it looks like his backside is keeping him on there. It really did. If you're looking at Mickey Van de Ven's toe and the way that Gabriel is, sticking that backside out, it really looks like he is well on there. And last time I checked, you can't score with your backside. So felt like he should have been on there, Dark Sunji. Felt like you should have. And then I think as well, Steve D. So I'm not sure if you're talking to somebody else, but Steve D. Yeah, I've been well angry with Højbjerg today. Not much Højbjerg defending on my part. And he said if we had Udoji, Ash, we would have won today. We were very rusty.
Yeah, Adoji playing would have helped us in the transition, playing out from the back. Saka's not going to be able to cut inside like that as well. So many things like Doji brings to the table that Ben Davies is unfortunately not able to do. And I think everyone was worried when they saw that team sheet come out and Ben Davies was starting it. Like we knew because we heard Ange's words, like he was going to start, coming up to the game. But again, Doji, that physicality of him, the pace, what he does in terms of running on the ball, like his dribbling ability, carrying the ball high up the pitch, relieving that pressure. Getting that final third. He's had important goals for us at this time in the season. Like, he does nice little cutbacks as well. That's one thing I didn't really see this game. I didn't see us driving to the byline like we normally do and doing little cutbacks, which we're really so good at. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's one thing I was like, go on the outside. Why is he not going on the outside? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't see Ben Davies once get on the outside. I didn't see Ben Davies do an underlapping run, which you see the doggy though. Half the stuff that the doggy does, Ben Davies just simply can't do. Do you know what I mean? And had Dodgy been there, that would have been another attacking player because we had so much of the ball. In a game like that, when you've got so much of the ball, you need someone that has those type of attributes to get on the ball and help us and drive up the pitch. Arsenal at terms looked nervy. They didn't really want it. They were there for the taking, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
because I said this before when I was doing the watch along with you, the running off the ball, it's been concerning me all season. I just want the front three, the front four, the front five, whoever they are, to interchange, to make runs, one drop short, one go long, curve your run, make a diagonal, do it from early because the player on the ball, the reason why they do the horseshoe is because no one's making that run. We can see it. No one's making a run. And then certain times when the ball's played out wide, instead of just crossing it into the box, come inside and then do a reverse pass, a reverse diagonal. So then someone else can run to the byline and then do a cutback. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So it's not always just get to the outside and then whip across. Those crosses, if you whip it, you have to whip it with pace.
Yeah.
You can't hang them. Hanging those crosses, that's what teams that try to drop back in a defensive shape, they want to do that. It makes it easier for the defenders to header because they've got 6 foot tall centre backs. They've got a goalkeeper that's 6 foot. If it hangs up in the air, it gives them enough time to
Goalkeeper,
reposition
if you
themselves.
whip it in as well with actual pace, goalkeeper has to make a decision much quicker, and usually he is going to make
Exactly.
that first step backwards instead of that first step forwards because no
Exactly.
one wants to try to go after a cross that's hidden with some actual whip and some actual fizz in there. I agree with you and Ash Dark Sun G with Udoji. Just to I've been very harsh on Davies today, as I should be, but just to even give him a break with what even Ash was saying, he just needed to do one or the other. He needed to offer that creative outlet going forward, or he needed to lock up Bukayo Saka and make it very hard for him to create chances and create goals. And I don't think he really did either, right? He wasn't actually an influence going forward, or nor was he really that sound defensively, I think. And on the goal that he conceded, I think he made 2 errors. I think he was poor defensively, one-on-one, but he actually kept Saka onside. There was a couple of chances he could have just held the line there, and he would have caught Saka, I think, actually leaning too far forward, and then it would have been offside. And knowing that he's not a very quick defender, if you were smart, that's probably actually what you would do anyways, because you're not going to beat him in that one-on-one and in that race. So it's just poor from Davies, I think, at both parts. And he needs to do one or the other. He needs to be good going forward, or he needs to be solid defensively. I don't think he was either. Hence why I've gone for Emerson, in this game instead, because I think Emerson, not saying he would have had a good game, but probably more likely defensively, I think, would have been more reliable going into it. Another one from Dark Sun G here, though, Ashton. He asks, Timo injury was unlucky, made Johnson have to play too quickly into the game. Like he had to come on too early, like, he just had to be rushed
Mm,
into it. Do you agree with that? And do you think that the Timo injury was maybe unlucky? We didn't know what Timo could have brought.
yeah, I mean, it would have been interesting to see what of Timo would have offered, like in terms of positioning, running off the ball, in that wide area. We know what he can do in front of goal, nothing. But as a winger, just causing that constant threat up and down the flank, just literally taking his man on. Um, that's what we wanted to see from a Brennan Johnson. Get to that byline, whip it across the face of the box with pace so someone can attack it. And yeah, like we couldn't give them that Johnson. When you put Johnson on later on in the game and use him to kind of against tired legs, so he's able to get in behind. Johnson obviously had to start earlier. We weren't able to use that as a tactic to kind of unsettle their back line, unfortunately. So yeah, it was a shame that obviously Werner got injured quite early in the game, and Johnson was had to be utilized on the left hand side. But I thought when the Johnson did come on, he actually did try to be quite positive. I thought he tried to get the ball. He tried to take his man on, try to get down the byline. That was the first thing he did actually when he did come on, and we actually won the ball. We gave it to Johnson, and Johnson just took it up the pitch straight away, and then he won a corner off the back of it. So I was like,
Yeah.
cool. I'm not mad at that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just felt like, especially like in the second half, when those crosses that he kept delivering on the right hand side, it was too like one dimensional. He didn't have anything else up his sleeve, no other tricks. And if you know that every time you cross, keeper's intercepting it, or if you're cutting onto your left and you know you got no left, maybe just do a pass into the box, drop a shoulder, and then ask for it again, and then take a shot. Or maybe drive to that byline and then do a bounce pass, or just fire it across that 6 yard box. That's all I want. Just fire it across that 6 yard box. Once you get, because I feel like decision making, we take too long to, if like the pass isn't on or the cross
Yeah.
isn't on, then we hold it up until someone does arrive in that box.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Instead of waiting for someone to come, keep going down that line, go right to the byline, and then what I've seen players do is run across that byline, so you're getting closer towards the goal, towards that 6 yard box, and then make a cut back to the penalty spot, because then maybe you've got a Sonny running into that position or a Kulu running into that position that can finish it off. How many times have we done it this season? And I wanted to see from the first half. Let's go back into the first half real quick. I always wanted to see Porro going on the outside,
Yeah, we didn't see
and
enough
in
of
the
that.
second half, to be fair, because if Porro goes on the outside, it isolates players like Johnson 1v1. Then he's got more of a chance to get past his man and then whip it in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because he's not going on the outside or he's not underlapping, Johnson's got a problem. He's got to take two players on, and then the space isn't really there to do much.
I
Like
agree.
when he did come inside the pitch, and he did do that. I can't remember that cross he did when he came inside. Basically, three or four men are inside that pocket of space, so there's nothing to really do. You're running into like a dangerous area. All you can do, like I said before, is maybe do a short pass into Kulu. He's in the box, and hopefully Kulu can just do a wall pass it back to you, and then Johnson can have a shot. You know what I mean? Who knows where it goes? Could the ricochet could go anywhere, but that's why we're not shooting as much in these type of games, because we're not being creative in that type of final third, and that's where we need like an Eze. I think that's where
Yeah.
and Eze in that final third, coming off the byline, he's gonna try and do those little intricate passes into the box and then try and get his shot off.
I
Do you know
even
what I'm
think he
saying?
operates actually better in tighter spaces than actually Madison would and other players have in this team. I think some of our players do, kind of have inconsistent close control and, that close first touch
Mm,
that is required when you see all these guys, just piled in the box and it becomes very congested. There is opportunities to slip a little pass in there to find somebody and then you can score, but you do need that sort of extra technical skill to play with so many people around you and the ball sort of has to be glued to your foot, and I think Eze definitely offers that more. Just quickly back to Johnson though, like I agree with you. Like I feel like what you were trying to say was he was trying to do the right things, just felt like the execution wasn't really there, where like you see the idea, you see what he's trying to do, like he is cutting inside when he's being shown that way, taking it down the byline when he should have. Just then, when he actually went for the cross or went for the pass, wasn't really always executed right in the best sort of way. Even sometimes, right, he had two people that he rightfully so tried to play him behind, and he just overplayed it. I think on a couple of times, hit it too hard, and then when it came to the crosses, he was under hitting it, and not really whipping it in with enough
or
sort
it
of
was just hanging
fizz.
up. The amount of
Yeah.
times it just hung up in the air, like we were so frustrated between him and Porro. Those crosses were just hanging
Hmm.
all the time. We're like, no, put some pace on it, whip it in,
Hmm.
like literally make it difficult for the keeper to kind of make a decision, make a decision. Literally, does he have to punch it? Does the defender come for it, etc.? Do you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And sometimes some people don't like this type of cross, but I think I was taught this at grassroots level, where when you're crossing the ball, if it's head height, it's easy for the keeper to catch. If it's on the floor, it's easy for teams or defenders to intercept and block. But when it's in between your knee and your hip, when it's in between your knee and your hip, it's harder to kind of cut those balls out because the keeper can't catch it. It's too low. Defenders can't quite stick their leg out because it's not on the floor. Do you know what I mean? And it's an awkward one as a defender to try and block those type of balls coming into the box. So sometimes you can fizz those type of balls into the box, but yeah, it's not just down to Johnson, because I don't like to scapegoat individuals. It's down to players making runs often, underlapping. When you make the whole point of the fullbacks inverting and underlapping is because the defender that's marking like Johnson, they can't see on their blind side. They can't see the shoulder, so it's harder. When you do an overlapping run, you can see the player. You can shape your body to
Mm,
turn that you can defend both the player on the outside and the player that's running at you. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But when a player makes an underlapping run, if you turn your shoulder to watch the underlapping run, then obviously you've taken your eye off the ball, and then Johnson can go on the outside, and that's where the players need to learn that more. They need to learn how to underlap and be like it's almost like a false eight because as a fullback and you're making that underlapping run, you're taking the player with you, and that creates space. So Johnson can either go on the outside or he can go on the inside if he wants, and he can crack a shot if he wants. But that's what the players need to learn. And sometimes it doesn't have to be the fullback because we play positional play. Sometimes it can actually be like a Papasar or a Hoiberg, whoever's in that position. Like Porro can hold the midfield or the defender position, and then Sarr can make the run, or Hoiberg can make the run, the underlapping run. When the midfielders aren't making those runs, underlapping or overlapping, then there's no movement off the ball, and then it becomes stagnant, and then nothing happens.
Yep.
So it's almost like a chain reaction. Once one player makes that underlapping run, then the striker will make the run because he sees him making a move. He's like, if he makes the move, that means that gives me more room to run into this area. So it's this
Everything was
thing. But in that final
everything was
third,
far too static at times. It felt like
way
in a lot
too
of
static.
areas, and not even
Way too.
just in the wings, just in the final third. And
That's
Darkson
what I
G as
mean.
well says another day Cootie header goes in and Van de Ven is onside. Listen, Darkson G, I probably haven't been doing this enough, and fair play to for bringing up some of these positives in it. It's just that losing again at home in the North London derby just isn't acceptable, and I think to do it in the way we have, where we really just were our own worst enemies, shooting ourselves in the foot, just made it, I think, very hard for me to imagine us coming back. But we made a good stab at it, like you say there. And Cudi Romero easily could have had a brace. I think certainly should have actually had a brace. Probably could have scored, if not should have scored one of those. And, if he's lucky and maybe another one of those goes in and we actually get to see a Romero hat trick. That was well and on today. Easily could have probably had a hat trick today, Mr. Romero. And was unlucky, but then also on a couple of them, I think he maybe could have just done a little bit better to try to finish it. But he showed that more attacking instinct and more of that attacking threat than really some of the other guys did. And then Van de Ven's really should have been onside. So this game could have been a very different one. And you might have mentioned me say that earlier, Dark Sun G, but I think the 3-2, not even saying Spurs should have won this game or anything, but the 3-2 just doesn't feel like a fair reflection for either team, really, when it comes to the game. Like, Spurs had chances they missed. Spurs also gave up a ton of goals, kind of, when they were playing quite well and were actually on top of Arsenal. We were actually still conceding goals and giving those up. It was a weird game where I don't think really the score at any stage of the match was really reflecting the actual game that we were watching and the actual two sides. It was only in the second half where I think Arsenal had an opportunity to really take it away for 4-0, 5-0, but we still gave them those 3 goals to begin with. A very weird game, and it could have been a very different game had some of those equalizers gone in. Like Van de Ven's Darks and G happened so quickly after we went down. Momentum changes, mentality changes after that, and the fact it was taken away from us, it does hurt. And Romero's headers could have also been equalizers or go-ahead goals for us, and they just ended up not being, and could have been a very different game. I agree with you. Could have been a very different game with that.
I'm just looking at Ben Davies' actual heat map, and his average position, and he's hardly in the final thirds. He does appear in the middle of the pitch in the final thirds. I think that was towards the second half he did that more, but I think for the majority of the game he actually played as a left-sided fullback. I don't think he really inverted too much or overlapped in that position. Because we look quite narrow. I'm looking at the average positions right now, and we look quite narrow in our setup.
Hmm.
And Ben Davies, like Porro, is way higher than him. You obviously Porro go up and down that pitch. He did go on the outside a few times, but I just feel like with Ben Davies, the reason why, because I thought Odegaard would have been way more involved in this game. I thought Odegaard was kept quiet, actually, and I think the reason why Odegaard was kept quiet was maybe tactically, maybe Ange decided to tweak and maybe ask Ben Davies not to overlap and underlap so much, and kind of sit back a little bit. Just something I'm seeing by reading the heat maps and looking at the way we were set up and stuff. I could be wrong because I need to watch the game back again. But what did you think about that? Do you think Ben Davies was told to sit back and maybe that's why he was picked, or do you think Ben Davies just couldn't, he ain't got the minerals
I think
to
I think he
underlap?
would. I hope he was advised to sit back more to be in charge of Saka. Like that would make sense. I had said that to begin with. I think it made it was totally fine with me for Poro to be the more adventurous of the fullbacks, and then have Davies be a bit more disciplined, a bit more cautious to
Yeah.
handle Bukayo Saka. I just think with Ben Davies though, as a left back in general, he's often caught in no man's land where he's neither really making any impact going forward, or when he is, in the forward areas, he's just making runs to areas that don't make sense, or he's showing for the ball when he's not really, somebody that you would want to play it to in that situation. And then also defensively, he's just kind of standing in this no man's land oftentimes where he's not really either close to the player he should be marking, or is he really kind of holding the defensive line in a proper sort of shape. So it's just with the guy, I think he's just done as a left back. I think, again, shown good performances as a left-sided center back this season, has helped us out and contributed to a lot of the points that we do have. It's just was, I think, doomed from the get-go with him as a left back in this game for both defensive reasons and attacking reasons. And I think he was, probably being instructed to do what you were saying, Ash. Just still, though, for me, if you actually watch the game, was he really all that tight to Saka? Was he really
No,
actually
no, of course.
taking him out of the game? He was probably being
He,
instructed to, but he wasn't doing it successfully.
the reason why I say it is because Martin Odegaard was quiet. So I'm not saying Ben Davies at all like kept
No,
Odegaard
no, yeah,
quiet or whatever,
yeah,
or kept, because Saka, like you said, he was backing off, backing off. I was just seeing, because obviously the notion is that Ange doesn't change his tactics no matter what, who he plays. And I thought he might have tweaked there.
that's a slight
But
tweak.
obviously the critique comes from Ange's point of view is because he started Ben Davies, where we think he should have maybe had someone a bit more agile in that area, a bit more athletic
Yeah,
to kind of deal with a Saka. Do you know what I mean? When it's a 1v1. But then again, it's like it comes down to our shape, not just the left fullback, but our actual shape, how we set up in terms
hmm,
of dealing with Martin Odegaard. Because normally it's Saka, Odegaard, and even Ben White. I thought Ben White wasn't super high on the pitch, like how normally is. He's super aggressive, or sometimes he does the underlapping runs for
yeah,
Arsenal. And you saw against Chelsea how involved he was in their game, like how they dominated. But I thought Ben White and Martin Odegaard on that right hand side, normally they cause a lot of teams like problems because the three of them kind of interchange between
absolutely.
Saka, Odegaard, and White. I didn't really see that in that game. I thought he was more important to this game for Arsenal's sake, especially in that second half. I thought it was more a Thomas Partey. I thought Declan Rice in the midfield, they're a lot more aggressive. They covered a lot of ground, and they helped shield their defensive line. They helped protect Gabriel and Saliba. So
Mm,
yeah, Rice does what Rice does. Rice is a workhorse. He's
yeah.
everywhere. He gets in everyone's faces and whatnot. I think that those two midfielders were the difference on the day. On the second half and the second half of the first half of the second half of that game, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. Boski's with a super chat. Big up to you, Boski's, and he sent in two. If you meant to put in another comment, yeah, he says Spurs need a big target man. Solanke is my choice. I've actually been made fun of in the beginning of this season, Boski's, for saying that Dominic Solanke would have a good season and is maybe an interesting player for people to take a look at. I get it, former Chelsea, also former Liverpool, kind of failed star guy, but from the tail end of last season, right, under Gary O'Neill, and then into this season with Iraola, I kind of had been on his train where I was noticing that he looks like a top target man. Like he looks like a guy that is just worth, taking a risk on, I think, for some of the top 5, top 6 clubs, and has really come into his own, has, I think, matured a lot, and just his movement, his finishing, his hold-up play is your typical, I think it's not best in the world or, top elite level striker, but I think it is quality what he does bring as your typical number nine, your usual number nine type player. And he's a smart guy, the way he tries to move about and has that sort of knack to be in the right area at the right time. I've liked Solanke, and it's funny that people now seem to make him as a common suggestion, because in the beginning of this season, I remember being kind of made fun of actually with some of my tweets and things like that, saying that he's going to have a big season, and shows that he's starting to warm up to people. I'm a big fan of his, so I'm with you on that one, and really do appreciate you sending those in as
How
a
much
super
would you
chat
pay
as
for
well.
him? How much would you?
I don't think you break the bank for him, because I think there is better out there than him. But I think, like I said, he has proven people wrong. I'd say he's probably worth around the same price that we paid for Richarlison, 40, 50 million, something like that. I think he'd be worth. You're going to have to probably pay similar to what you pay for Richarlison. He is English, right? Homegrown too. So there's that little tax as well. I don't want to put a definitive price on it, but I'd say he is worth around 40 to 50
He,
million
he-
in
he's
today's market.
actually overall this season. He's got 18 goals this season, hasn't he?
For what is, close to mid-table, if they didn't have him, relegation kind of side, in Bournemouth. I think they've improved a lot over these years with buying better players, and they have a good coach. It's just, I think he's shown to be a lot better player than maybe people would have thought, last season or even going into this season. And so, yeah, Dave, if Dave Harris at all, is able to watch the stream, he's probably chuckling. If anything, he can chuckle about is my little opportunity to praise Solanke. Dark Sun G says priority is backup. Left back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I said it.
Kirkesh over at Bournemouth is a good choice. Robinson from Fulham too would be my wish list. Both games
Yeah.
we play after a 2 week break, we lose because we are rusty. So kind of maybe we'll split this in half. Ash, kind of want to ask you this. The 2 week breaks. Do you think that contributes to rustiness? And is there such thing as having too long of a break before a game?
I think we played worse than other games when we had a 2 week break. I think this game here in isolation, I thought the first half we looked a lot. We were up for the game. That's one thing I'd say. I wouldn't say like the 2 weeks in terms of mentality affected us. I think we had something to prove. It was North London derby. You don't need any much more motivation than that. To be fair, fans were up for it. We had a lot of the ball. We were winning a lot of the second balls as well. In fact, I just felt like in the final thirds we lacked that killer instinct at times, as we have done all season. Kind of run out of ideas. Madison was a part of that. Song was a part of that. Just hasn't really worked for either of them this part of the season. So the time off, some people would say we should be fresher. Do you know what I mean? We've
Yeah.
had more time because Arsenal played. They played Chelsea, didn't they? So
Well,
they
you can
should
be
be
fresh,
tired.
but you can be rusty, is maybe what Dark Sun G is saying, right? Like
Yeah, rusty. You could say rusty, but I don't know. I don't think we look rusty. I just felt like because all season we haven't looked sharp in the final third. If that makes sense.
yeah,
So it just feels like it's a player issue. It's a personnel issue where the players on the pitch don't have the IQ or the creativity in the final third to kind of figure out what to do next.
no,
Because if you've got that much amount of possession, and it's not like it's in the middle third of the pitch, it's in the final third. That's where the problem is. The final third, teams are sitting up, teams are defending well. We can't find a way to execute, chances or even have shots on goal. We didn't have like a great deal of chances like where we're testing Raya. I'm not saying it'd be different if Raya was tested, he was making top saves and kept us out, and we're like, oh, we're just off. Then I say, look, there's not an issue there. But where we're not shooting outside the box as regular and we're not getting into the actual box, like how many shots are we having inside the box as well? These are the type of things where all the play is around the box, in and around, like outside the box. Sorry, all the plays are outside the box, outside to the left, outside to the central areas. So for whatever reason, we're not making that decision quick enough.
yeah,
There was times we were rushing it. I saw Bentancur rush a pass. I saw Kulu rush a pass.
yeah,
I saw Kulu should have shot. Like how many times have we been saying Kulu should shoot and he doesn't shoot?
yeah,
Kulu should have passed instead of shooting at one point, and we're like, it's that decision making that's letting us down in the final third.
yeah,
Madison, I felt like before that goal happened, if he stays on his feet and tries to have a crack, I think who knows what happens there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
fair
could
point.
possibly score. It could deflect. You don't know where it goes, but it's those things there. I, and so that's decision making for me. So we need players that are going to make better decisions in the final third, and that's a person. Because if it's happening, it's not like it's the first time it's happened. It's happened when we play games back to back. Chelsea's coming up now, so are we going to see a difference in the team?
Yeah.
Is are we going to be able to figure it out when Chelsea will give us a lot of space to do what we need to do?
I
You know,
certainly hope so. And
um,
to give those more
they
of those
they, they
chances. Yeah.
they did well to get back against Aston Villa and take points off them. And obviously, for us now, we need to, you know, no matter what we say, we need to have a better performance. Even though we've stunk it up against Stamford Bridge, we haven't got any type of result. It's been abysmal. We need to turn that around, and we can't have three losses on the trot. Surely not. Three losses would be absolutely.
I think Ange and the whole team are already under pressure, so they just need to win as soon as possible. This was even an opportunity to do it. Of course, a very difficult one, but this was a huge chance, I think, to buy back some of that, like kind of lost faith back. On the rustiness, though, quickly, Dark Sun G, I kind of agree with you in the fact that, yeah, when you don't get to play very often, you don't get as many real life, real game speed situations to work on these patterns of play, finishing, being able to create chances, working, kind of the things that you're working on in the training ground in real life, kind of real training or real kind of game speed scenarios. And we don't get to do it on a regular basis like other teams do. It's not an excuse, but it could be an explanation for sometimes, yeah, that lack of real ruthlessness in the final third or loose touches or that sort of thing. I'm not going to excuse it, but it could be somewhat of an explanation. And then when it comes to backup left backs for Udoji, listen, Dave, I know, for example, is a huge fan of Kirkesh. And then Robinson, it's funny when it comes to Robinson. A lot of people have really liked that guy this season. He's very powerful, very strong defender, knows how to get up and down really well, too. Has a good cross on him. He had a terrific game against us in that 3-0 defeat of us, I remember. For me, though, Dark Sun G, just because we're talking about inverted fullbacks, I'm actually been a big fan of Ryan Ait-Nouri for a while now. I think Ait-Nouri of Wolves kind of suits kind of that player that can, drift into midfield, play a bit more inverted, operate in the tight spaces. But I think there are plenty of good left backs actually out in the Premier League. So we're spoiled for choice, Dark Sun G. And I know where you're coming from earlier. And then Jory says, no player was at fault. Højbjerg was started by Ange. No tactics, no testing the odds, no set piece coaching, no answers. Ange is a coach playing a manager. He thinks he's a fraud, Jory does. Ash, I think with Højbjerg, I'm gonna agree with you, Jory, just because that was Ange's choice, right? And I think it wasn't the right one. When it comes to Ben Davies too, Jory, I'm not sure why he went with him. I don't think that was the right choice. But he feels like the tactics were wrong today. You don't think he's blaming Ange for the set pieces. Somebody's got to be blamed for that. What do you make? He feels like Ange is looking to be a fraud, according to Jory.
Listen, the more the form goes against us, I mean, the more the results happen, and we
Yeah,
keep conceding from the same types of goals. He's going to be called out.
yeah,
It is what it is because it is the same type of goals we're conceding each and every week. So fans are right, like Jory's right to call it out. Do you know what I mean? And it's getting to that stage where the honeymoon is well and over, well and truly over. So this whole you can't call the manager out. He needs time, etc. We've been here for well over 8 months now, and we've seen this. We're coming to the end of the season, so we've got all our players back. Obviously, Ben Davies was shoehorned in because of Doggy, but that it's the set piece, it's the Saka type of goal because that was the same issue against Newcastle. Newcastle beat us in the same way. The difference between Newcastle and this game was that we were at home, and we were able to have the fans behind us geeing us up, and we got a penalty, and we also scored a goal from Romero. Do you know what I'm saying? From a mistake from Arsenal playing out from the back. But if you look at our goals that were conceded in isolation, very similar to Newcastle, very similar to Wolves. We had the same issue, and other teams have exposed that weakness. Last minute against Everton. Set piece, scoring from a header, like it's not good enough.
Yeah.
And so it's something where we need to kind of get this out of our DNA at the moment, because it's looking like this is a part of Spurs. Like you said, it's been there for not this season, it's been there for the last 3 to 4 years. So
Yeah.
it's an issue that many managers have inherited, but we can't say that, in terms of going back to your question, Big Ange, he's got a new defense. Like it's a completely different lineup. So it does fall on his head. Like you've
Yeah.
had 2 weeks to kind of sit down, figure out, look at the set piece you conceded against Shaw, for Newcastle, scoring a header on Kulusevski, getting a run on him.
Yeah.
We know these players are going to do that. So what can we do to ensure that doesn't happen?
Yeah.
Yen Badalek, he needs to be held accountable. Davies, in Simon Davies, a part of our setup as well. They need to be all sitting down together, looking at these set pieces and going over it with the players. We talked about bravery in the game. We need bravery at the back, players that are going to stick their necks on the line. And so the players need to take a big portion of the blame as well, like for these set pieces, because again, time and time again, they go missing. Vicario, I need to see him stronger,
Yeah.
100% in that
Well,
box. He needs to be
everybody seems to.
commanding.
There's no one that seems to be good at defending them. Like I'm looking for somebody that we can rely on, and the two guys that might be it. We're probably on the bench. The two Brazilians, Richarlison and Emerson, might be our best defenders of set pieces in this
Yeah,
team.
Richarlison defending corners would have been dope.
Kane was the same though, right? When Kane was in the team, he used to be one of our best defenders from set pieces. It is sad though. And Jory, for me though, like just to slightly disagree with you, like I think yes, Ange takes responsibility for playing Højbjerg. Like Højbjerg had a dreadful game, and he takes responsibility for that. It's just Højbjerg's own goal. Like that is player error. Like that's not like Ange's fault. Like I think even Højbjerg's just really got to put his hands up there. That was dreadful what he did to concede that goal in the first 10 minutes of the game as well. Like I just don't know what's going through his head there in that situation. It was a terrific finish, just in the wrong end of the net, and just don't know what he's doing. And even to the other goal that we conceded, the second goal I think is an error on Madison for going down in the way he did, and then we were countered over Davies' head. I don't even know how much stylistically that's, the counter attack. Like that was just poor defending in my opinion, but welcome to disagree with me. And like Ash said, the more that these games keep happening, the more people are, as they have to really start, kind of laying some criticism towards the manager. Dark Sun G says, we are a few signings away from a title challenging season with the Gooners. We played with our B team for 60 minutes. However, an A team played and we scored 2 goals. It shows. I think we should have just gone with Richarlison if maybe there was some I think he was injured or something like that, or perhaps he wasn't fully fit for this Dark Sun G, but we were a better team, I think, with Sonny back out on the left where he is his best version of himself, with Richie down the middle. And then also when we take Davies off, I think we're better. And when we take Højbjerg off, we're better. We should have kept Bentancur on. Bentancur is one of our best players in the first half. And you look at also players like Basuma or Pop Matasar should have been in instead of a Højbjerg. I think just he got the team wrong today. And once we got back to our better version of ourselves, like you said, we did look to be a better team. And we didn't end up losing, 5-0 or anything like that. This was a close game. It's just, I think the way that we just sort of cost it from the get-go, Dark Sun G, is very frustrating. And then he also says the minimum positive of this season is getting 5th, minimum, without Kane and having a terrible season. Also, we didn't sack our manager mid-season, like always. Listen, Dark Sun G, I think people are a little spoiled to be so fed up with how this season has gone. Like, everybody wanted Conte out the door. Like, everybody felt like he was the devil, it felt like, last season, right? And we brought in this new guy, Ange. We can't just throw him out the door immediately afterwards, too. Like, we have to show somebody some kind of faith, some type of benefit of the doubt here. If you've lost it with Ange, fair play to you, because, I think that's pretty bold and that's pretty crazy to, be quickly throwing managers left and right out the door, because Spurs need to hold on to somebody. Spurs need to at least put some faith and some confidence in someone. And Ange, for me, I'm going to keep my faith in him. I think he has delivered the style of play that Spurs fans were asking for last season. We find ourselves in 5th. I don't think fifth is very glamorous or very sexy or anything, but we are probably certifiably the fifth best team in the Premier League this year. There have been a lot of ropey teams. There's been the downfall of Chelsea. Man United continue to suffer. But hey, we find ourselves with fifth, and I think we deserve to be in fifth. And I don't think that means we are a terrible team by any stretch, or we're not as good as Arsenal. We're not as good as some of these other sides, but we're not as bad as, I think, Man United. We're not as bad as Chelsea. And we're also only in our first season under Ange as well, which I think we quickly do forget. And he has plenty of time to look to improve the squad more, look at his own tactics, look at how his team has been exposed. And he will, I think, be, at least I hope, and I have confidence that he will be a better team and a better squad and a better manager next season. But I mean, what do you make of Dark Sun G's kind of last two super chats with kind of just, he feels like we are a few more signings away from a title challenging season, but also he feels like, this season could have been terrible without Kane and everything. Like, look where we are.
I mean, I would slow down on the title talk altogether, me personally. I know Ange come out and said, he wants to be challenging for the title. And he did say, judge me in my second season, not my first. But I digress. Ange is not happy right now. I'm reading the comments now, and I'll read one to you. And it says, Tottenham's head coach and Postecoglou, it is disappointing. We allow them way too easy access to our goal. They only got there 3 or 4 times, and they scored 3 goals. It is just not acceptable, and we paid the price for it. We showed resilience and fought back, but we had to because there was no other choice. We are still not resilient enough, particularly in the transition moments or a set piece. We allow far too easy access to our goals, and that's from Sky Sports, by the way. So I'm just reading another comment. I don't know if it's the same. I'm just going to read it up as well. And he said, Vice Captain Christian Romero says that it's on Pastor Kagler what he said. It says, I have to get what is in him into some of the others. Oh, Ange Postecoglou on Christian Romero, he says, I have to get into the other players what obviously Romero does. So Ange Postecoglou is not happy at all, not even with the result, with the performance. He's quite angry at the players that we allowed them to transition us. So obviously they had gone through this time and time over again, tactically, what to do, how to be better in transition, how to defend with the ball high up, because a lot of people talk about our defensive high line, but the whole point of us playing this high line is to obviously catch teams offside. But the more obvious one is to squeeze the pitch, defend high up, win the second balls, get the turnover. I think we're second in terms of winning the ball up, but he's just not happy in allowing Arsenal those opportunities. We always do the same mistake. And so he's probably addressing it with the team players, but whether they can execute it is another thing. So, and then it obviously reflects bad on him. So, yeah, I mean, losing Kane, as you were saying before, yeah, we had to deal with losing Kane, and we're still not quite over it. I think that's the reason why the fan base are screaming for a striker in the summer, something we need to do. We've obviously spoke about left back being an area we need to include as well, improve on. But there's many areas. Ange has already come out and said that it's the final third that he's not happy with. He's not happy with that. He said that that's where we need to do the most improvement. And I tend to agree, man. I think we create a lot of moments where we're in the opposition's half. We have a lot of possession in their half, but we don't do anything with it. And so we're always vulnerable losing in those type of areas because we just don't have the quality in those moments. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy to hear Ange come out and say he's not happy. At least he didn't come out and was like, I thought we played well.
Yeah, he's not Ten Hag in it, with basically just making up stuff. Yeah, he should be angry, and it's good to see that at least he's not completely delusional when it comes to it. And I feel that way too, where we didn't get thumped or anything, but I don't think the performance was anything really to get that proud of or really get that behind, despite us making a great effort to come back and us being our own worst enemy in this game. It's not like something that we can really feel like we were that hard done by, it's not like we played so exceptionally well that, we were just so robbed or it was a daylight robbery or anything like that. I would never have said that about this game, but there were parts that he should be frustrated about. I definitely agree with
Like
that.
also, just quickly, it's like the second half. Okay, we say Arsenal played better, but they played better. But we scored the 2 goals in that second half. So how well did they really play? Do you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
There was times when in the midfield we were nicking it back. I thought Sawa did exceptionally well in like retrieving the ball back, nicking the ball from midfielders, winning the second balls, being in a good position as well to intercept
Yeah.
those players. And I always said as well, coming back onto the Basuma point, real quick, I said it would be interesting. The reason why I wanted Basuma dropped just for a game, I don't know if this is the right game, but I said I want him dropped because A, the scapegoat moves off of him, and then B, also, I would like to see him watch the game and then come on and see how he performs. Just
Mm.
like how Hoiberg's had the chance to
Yeah.
watch it from the sidelines, come on. And I said sometimes it paints a false picture of a player because everyone's like, oh, Hoiberg's looking much better. Start Hoiberg, start Hoiberg. And I was saying, I was arguing his case. I was like, look, Hoiberg's able to watch the game, tactically know what to do, know what he could do different. Maybe Basuma just needs the opportunity to come off the
Get that
bench
benefit.
and impact the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Just to
Yeah.
make it even.
I remember
So
that conversation. I think, or at least I might have been watching you or something have that conversation with someone. I know what you're
yeah.
saying exactly. And
And so you see that with him and Sarr. I thought Sarr played really well. I'm not saying he had like a flawless game, but at the same time, like you saw the upturn on how we performed, especially when um, the second half of that game went towards
yeah,
us getting those goals in. Do you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, as much as I said Arsenal did well in that second half, we also stepped up. They conceded. They think, they made mistakes. No, 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 no. We forced the mistakes. Do you know what I'm saying? Certain times we allowed them to have the ball to intercept. We allowed them to have the ball, and then we made the pounce. Then we pressurized them.
hmm,
We pressed in certain areas. We weren't always pressing from the top. Sometimes we waited for them, let the centre backs have the ball, and then when it got into midfield, we pounced on them, and that showed like as I said before, Odegaard didn't have the best of games. Rice was making mistakes. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Especially at the end, he was making mistakes. Like they
yeah,
weren't always switched on. Tomiyasu didn't have the greatest of games compared to how he played against Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? And I felt that we upped our levels and we pinned them in. We pinned them in for a lot of that second half. They couldn't get out. Do you know what I'm saying? And so we looked the best. So Arsenal, as much as like they'll be like, aha, we won 3-2, the aha ha, like they can't fully blast us. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I've got man saying in my phone, yeah, Tottenham are dead, Tottenham are shit, blah blah blah. I'm like, bruv, I love this energy. You keep talking, bruv. But you didn't batter us. Do you know what I'm
No,
saying?
I think both teams actually played quite shit. Is really how I would look at it. Roy Viking, and I said it was going to be a spectacular game, of excellent quality. I wouldn't really say that actually after watching it. It wasn't really a game of spectacular quality. Roy Viking saying, "Let the under-16s have a go at City." Yeah, and City right now, I guess, are already 1-0 up. From a set piece, by the way, according to the chat, over Forest. So even a former Spurs manager still haunted by the set pieces in Nuno. But also City, I think, after this loss, I think a lot of Spurs fans are looking for them to do the job still over Arsenal. Big up to you, Roy, and appreciate your patience as well while we get to that. And then Dark Sun G bringing up again, how he feels like that rustiness is a factor after these breaks. And he says, if I remember the last game after a 2-week break was against Wolves, and we looked physically fit for that game, but our ball, our touches on the ball, and our decision making were really off. And also Davies played as well in that game. Dark Sun G pointing out maybe not a coincidence there that the 2-week break and Davies combination isn't really a good one. I agree with Dark Sun G that there is maybe something to the fact that Spurs actually haven't played enough games this season to give themselves that run of games where they can get confidence in how they're playing. Things come a bit more natural, just sort of the way that the system flows, the attacks flow. It always feels a bit static and a bit kind of rusty, like you sort of say with our team, where we get into the final third, but it can be a bit clunky and not as sort of fluid, or even kind of the movement of some of our players won't always be as fluid, despite them being full of energy and should be fit for it. They don't feel like they are in sync with each other as much, and that's probably because they don't play all the time or they don't play as often as other teams do. Not really much of an excuse, though, because we have had opportunities to play more often. The cup games that we've been knocked out of and other ones, right? So it's not really an excuse. It's just that it is an explanation for some of that, yeah, loose touches, bad decision making, because we don't always get to play all the time to work on those sort of things in real time scenarios, real game speed scenarios. I definitely agree with you, Dark Sun G, and I know where you're coming from. And then Steve D bringing up, let's change managers again, always worked before. We never seem to learn. Steve, it's the one part that I have agreed with you where I don't really get it with Spurs. Like, I guess maybe more with the fan base is how I'm speaking, because I don't really like to tell fans what to think or how to respond or how to react. I think we're all just watching football and watching a sport, and we all have different opinions and different takes from it. It's just that when it comes to managers in this club, I think we've become a bit of a Watford sort of kind of, club where even as a fan base, it seems like we've become a bit of a Watford where we put far more pressure and far more responsibility on the manager than it seems like other fan bases do, or just anybody else seems to, because we'll have a guy that's fresh to the job, and then we do expect him to somehow wave these magical wands of miracles left, right, and center. And yeah, within a season, we think that he should be challenging with Pep Guardiola and Arteta and all the best in the league. When it's going to take a while, and there's that period where they have to embed themselves. They have to learn from mistakes. They have to figure out which players they can depend on, which ones they can't. They can't figure that out straight away. And it feels like as Spurs fans, we do expect them to. And then by the end of the season, the whole, he's only been in the job so long, doesn't really get mentioned very much. You seem to hear that with Pochettino, you hear it with Ten Hag, you hear it with plenty of other managers, but you don't seem to hear it as much often with kind of Spurs managers, where we're very quick to lay it on the doorstep lay the blame on the managers instead of letting more players, I think, bear some of the responsibility and bear some of the burden of it, right? How many of these guys have been through 3-4 different managers, right? And should look at themselves, I think, and also games when we are better than the opposition and we just don't seem to show up, or yeah, it's just been a time where I think we seem to like to look at the manager as the reason when oftentimes it is more the players. And also we know too, Daniel Levy hasn't helped out his managers in the past by giving them all the tools necessary in order to succeed from the get-go. So Steve D, I'm very much with you on that one. And you probably even heard me mention that, a little while ago, maybe hence why you put in that super chat there. And then Dark Sun G saying, in my opinion, it's hard to suddenly change our set piece defending mid-season. Hopefully during the summer window, we get a left back, a cam, a center back, a center mid, one forward option, and we can improve from there. Definitely agree there, Dark Sun G. We need another elite forward to help out Sonny. I think Sonny is the only elite striker or elite forward that we have in this team. We need another one that can help him out. Central midfielder for sure, and a creative midfielder. I think we need another number 8 or another number 6, probably more a number 6, and then another number 10 to really compete with Madison and kind of put a fire up his ass. Center back option for me would be a left-sided center back option, one to compete with Van de Ven, put Dragusin over to the right, and then yeah, we need to get that backup for Destiny Udoji. He feels like, though, that it's hard to change, your set piece defending mid-season. Would you agree with that, Ash, or would you disagree that, it's, he's saying it's easier said than done to fix your set piece problems mid-season?
Yeah, nah, not this season. I don't think we can do anything about it. It's done now. It's done. We've got what? How many games left? Like, it doesn't really make. Like, right now, we're just playing for pride, in my opinion. I'm not concerned about Europe, if I'm being completely honest. So, fifth in the first season, I didn't expect fifth. I always thought we'll finish around seventh, eighth, because I just thought it's going to take time for the manager, whoever comes in, to implement his style. I was expecting a few batterings, do you know what I'm saying? So, and it's gone quite the opposite, to be fair. Like, and then my expectation changed over the season, like most Spurs fans. And then I think where we are now, I think if it was the other way around and we started like this, and then we started to progressively get like better, we started seeing a star, then I think it would have been more acceptable. Fans would have been able to stomach it more, because I think it was the optimism going into the season, how it progressed, how it unraveled. That's what's got people. Now we understand how the ball works and how we've been exposed. Lots of people calling us tactically naive, and this is where if you got a more tactical astute manager that can adapt, you get more out of these type of players. My argument to that is that Ange was a big advocate for like your Vicarios and your Van der Vens. I think another manager coming in would have picked, no, maybe not Vicario because I think that was more of a Paratici, but Mickey Van der Ven was his guy. Do, would we have gotten a Mickey Van der Ven if it wasn't for an Ange? I think he's been able to convince a lot of players as well that have been looking at other clubs to come over. You know what I'm saying? The way we play on the front foot, not all of the positions I think, we have the right pieces for, but, you know, Udoki was untried, untested in the Premier League. So that was another reason why I thought he's got to adapt to the league. But to be fair to what Ange has done, he's got that fullback, playing pretty well in my opinion. Yes, he's made mistakes. He hasn't had like a flawless season, but I'd say his first season's been pretty good. And then also if you look at, so we had a Vicario first season, had to adapt. We've had a left-sided centre back in Mickey Van der Ven first season, a doggy. So that's basically almost like the front the back five. Three of them, over half of the back five, hadn't played in this league before. Do you know what I'm saying? And have to adjust. And he's got them playing into a style. He's got them into buying into a style that they all believe in and they enjoy. Under the other regime, a lot of players want to leave. They said, look, if it carries on like this, I'm looking to leave right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So the atmosphere amongst the club, amongst the players was downbeat, downhearted. And I wouldn't say chopping and changing managers work. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea
Absolutely.
tried to do it, but Chelsea are different to us because they spend the money. Imagine if we sack
Well, they still
Ange.
spent the money and they still find themselves in the same
Yeah, this
position.
is it.
Yeah.
We don't spend the money. Imagine we don't spend the money, and then we want to sack the manager. And people be thinking, oh, it doesn't matter if we finish high up the pitch because we do a similar amount of spending anyway, regardless of who the manager is. But I think if we sack this manager and we get someone else, I know it's going to be another attacking manager, but they want adaptation. We've seen Emery adapt against us, and we wipe the floor with them. So adaptation is not always key. Sometimes sticking to your philosophies and your principles, sometimes in the long run it may work out. Now we can't see
Yeah.
at the moment. Yeah, it's stinking up the place, and everyone's dying from the tweak just a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking that question earlier in the stream. I said, did he ask Ben Davies to kind of sit back a little bit? Do you know what I mean? Not fully like invert. Because looking at his heat map, looking at his performance, and when I watched in the eye test, I thought he might have been set up a little bit different, maybe. But obviously, I
Yeah.
do question Ange on putting him in because he's done there. I think he even said that I'm no longer a fullback, I am a centre back. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just things like that you question the manager for, and rightly so. Should he have played Richarlison at the start? I think that's the big question as well because everyone's saying Son's not a number nine. Son even came out and said he's not a number nine as well. Funny enough, he said I'm not a number nine. Richie's a number nine. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that. And but my caveat to that is,
Just quick.
was Richie match fit? Was Richie match fit? And
No, I don't think
maybe
he was. I don't think
so
he was.
so maybe he was forced to play Son as a number nine and Werner out there on the wide, and the tactic was to use Johnson later, but obviously it backfired when Werner pulled his hamstring. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Of all games, like he's
No, it
been
made it
fine
hard
the
for him.
whole
I think
season.
it made it a hard decision. I think so. He had to put Johnson in.
Yeah, he was forced into decisions that he had to make
Yeah.
early. So
And Dark Sun G though, last one, big up Dark Sun G says not only that the injuries suspension, not only that, but the injuries, suspensions, and AFCON and Asian Cup ruined our teamwork on the pitch and momentum. If the Blues game and the breaks didn't happen, we would have had better results. If what you're getting at, Dark Sun G, is that we haven't had really any real period to get in sync, to get back into some sort of rhythm, some sort of fluidity. I would agree with that, right? We've had the injuries, which didn't help. The Chelsea game, of course, was disastrous, I think, to any sort of momentum that we had. Just really was an absolute just roadblock in all of it. And then, too, right, the kind of the stop-start nature of this season, with also the AFCON and Asian Cup mixed in there, it hasn't been easy for Spurs. And I'd agree with you. In what should be a season where it's kind of about formulating, about, kind of syncing with each other, getting to understand the system. It's actually more about kind of getting to understand Ange and what he wants to try to do on the pitch than it really is always about the results. It's been hard for us to get that sort of fluidity, and I do think that is something that probably Dave and I, as well as plenty of other fans, don't really think about enough. Dark Senji, I would agree with you there. Then he also says Højbjerg replacement, Davies replacement, Sessegnon and Reguilon replacement, a Hill replacement, as well as a GLC and Tanguy replacement needed in the summer. Then we can do things. Villa had about 2 years with Emery, and look at them. That's for another thing with people who are very quick to put a lot of blame on Ange. Dark Senji, I understand. I think criticism is, a welcome at his door, but a lot of the managers that are successful right now were not successful as much in their first season, or like have taken time, to get to where they are. I think Emery did great right in his first spell, but look at what the head start that he has had, compared to Postecoglou. Also, what's funny with Emery is, he is more of that pragmatic sort of manager that everybody at Spurs last year under Conte didn't want. So I am very confused why all of a sudden everybody now wants the pragmatic manager, even though we sacked the pragmatic manager of last year. And also too, those Højbjerg replacements, Davies replacements, those guys we've been looking to try to get rid of for some time now. It takes time. It takes more than one window to get rid of them. And once we get some of that old deadwood out of the squad, hopefully we can replace them with the proper players that have been needed there for a while now. And yeah, this squad can be more impactful, can be deeper. And when these situations come up with injuries, suspensions, or we just need somebody to come in and make an impact, we're not as limited, where it has felt like for years, right? We only have so many players on the bench who can actually make an impact, make a difference, or even when an injury happens, all of a sudden it feels like the season's over and it's all doom and gloom, like it was with Udogie when he picked up his injury. A lot of Spurs fans basically gave up for the rest of the season. And let's hope that we don't have to do that anymore. Let's hope that after this next summer that we can get to a place where we feel like this squad is at a period where if these things come up and these little roadblocks, coming our way, that we have the right tools, we have the right backups, the right people in the squad to deal with it. And nobody has given Ange, I think, enough time here. Dark Senji, only in his first season. So many other managers given another season, like Ten Hag, like Pochettino might or probably will. I think a lot of people maybe forget that, you do have to give these managers time. And I think Ange deserves that time more than maybe some might realize. But Ash, been here a while now, sir. I'd like you to plug your channel because you've done a lot of good Samaritan work throughout the YouTube community today. Can you please tell people about Spurs Kings TV, your crew over there, what's heading on over there, and why people should subscribe and show you the love? Done a great work today, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we've had a few recruitments as well. We've done a recruitment. Deji Spurs is now part of Spurs Kings TV, so you can find him on the channel as well. We've got a match reaction also later on tonight at 8 p.m. But yeah, rivals. We got a rival show, Spurs Kings TV. It's going to be interesting. Because we're not going to back down. We're not going to go without a fight. Yes, we're mad. We're upset. We're angry. All of those things, But when it comes to the ops, we've got energy for them. And we still trust in Ange. With time, we'll see. We'll see if Ange is the right manager. He did say, as I said before, judge me in the second season. And I want to go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna rewatch this game. I'm gonna cut it up, and we're gonna analyze the shit out of this game. I'll be honest with you.
Good idea.
See where it went wrong. See what Ange was talking about in terms of those transitions. Why he wasn't happy. We all seen what's happened already. It's for all to see. But that's on Tuesday. I'm gonna do that, and that will air at 9:30. But yeah, looking forward to Chelsea as well. We'll be looking at Chelsea, looking how we can exploit their weaknesses and how we can get back onto our run. And Liverpool, obviously, they fumbled the bag. So maybe there's a conversation there to be had as well. I wonder how they're feeling going into that game as well. So a lot of things to talk about, to discuss. Son,
Yeah.
the front three, the midfield, Ange, the back line. We'll talk about it all, man. But yeah, Spurs Kings TV. Please do subscribe. Even if you think, what I got called anal, anal. I can't remember. But yeah, big yourselves up, man. Thanks for having me on, Jack. It's been
Putting
a
on a
pleasure.
brave face, Ash. We appreciate you. And I
It's
think
not been
anybody,
easy. It's
this
not
was
been
going to
easy.
be a tall ask. It's not just any game. It's not like it was Sheffield United that he was subbing in for. You subbing in for the one and only North London Derby. So please, everybody, show Ash some love. Please head on over to Spurs Kings TV. Good guys over there, too, because if you know Marlon, of course, from his channel predictions, we like to have fun with him. And so he's another good reason to get on over there. And it looks like Deji, a new member of the squad as well, you should show some love with over on the channel. And please, everybody, like I said, you know, he deserves it. He's helped out Weird Tom TV. He's helped out us today. Dave is off, you know, probably what he would like to have, you know, enjoyed the game, but he was off at the game all alone over here. It really does require, I think, an extra person to do these watch-alongs. It's nice to do it with somebody, and he's filled in today. So please, everybody, show him that love. If you can for us, smash the like button on the way out so these do get sent out to more people. Thank you to everybody that has tried to support the channel and has tried to make sense of the game and make sense of this result somehow. Dark Sun G, Steve D, so many of you guys, as well as I think there was some others in here as well, like Adrian Chia and all of you lovely people, but we do appreciate you guys. We're going to keep moving on. We're going to try to see if we can get, like I said, hopefully 4 points maybe, or it might have to be 2. I don't know, in these next 2 games, because in these 3 games, these 3 tough games, we do need to get some sort of points out of it, for us to, I think, feel confident in any way about the rest of the season and the end of the season. But I'm going to try to enjoy the rest of my Sunday here, everybody. I hope you can too. It's hard. It wasn't easy to wake up to this sort of game. It was a weird one too. It wasn't as much of a thumping or anything like I think people expected. It was a strange one to try to put our heads around, but still very, very disappointing. But we'll leave you there, everybody. Come on, you Spurs. In the big Ange I trust, over here on this channel. And we'll be seeing you. Come on, you Spurs. We never stop.
Come on, you Spurs, man. Love for the love.
Everywhere we go.